you're never gonna make it. You're not good enough, there's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the f*** are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna f***ing do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Booty! Or will you fight back? Fight back.
You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they're giving it, you're not, think a straight kid. No, they don't give it, you got what I'm saying? I'm not playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the fuck up door on all you poor haters with your heads in the clouds. Talking out loud so proud, you better shut your mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fight back? Fight back. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Put my money where my mouth is, I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounding. Think I finally found it, so I'm gonna mount it. Like an ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple racks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap in a snapback. Black off this coach and this jazz. Man, I feel good, dog, I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I rate every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with a sawed off. Girl, you better keep me up or I'll nod off. One shot, all I got, I will not stop.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Yeah, it's not enough, man, I want more. I keep on doing business, open every single door. I wanna be the richest, so you see me up on Forbes. I can do this through my music, that's how I even the score. I don't take it slow, man, I want it bad. Every single day, I'll be carving out a path. Like a girl with a tat on her back, all black. I'ma take her right back to my pad where it's at. I don't ever slack off, so you better back off. I'm about to blast off faster than NASA. Everybody stand up. trying, bruh, no I'm not cautious. I take risks, and no you can't stop this. I'm too slick, she knows that she wants it. So come quick, baby, know that I'm on it. I don't quit.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Are you ready? Do you hear the drums, Fernando? Grinding! Yo! I'm back. I think I'm back. Open that door, grinders. Hit that like button. The Gaming Grindhouse is back. Yes. I was not feeling well for the last couple of days. Lost my voice, little tickle in the throat. And I heard the grinders knocking on that door. They're like, "Where are you? Where are you?" Shout out to the grind, hit that like button. This is a high noon lunchtime. What is up? Yo! What's up, No Cap? How you doing, sick? I've been listening to everybody, man, all week. Been grinding those gears, been the flames. The flames. I was like, I'm gonna be coughing the mic. I'm like, nah, let me hold off. And dude, it's gonna pay off, trust me. First, I want to get to a super chat from the grinders in the waiting room. Where is it? The Claymores said, "Oh, so many games. Oh, and Psychonauts 2. I know you guys. We're starting it good right now. Thank you to Claymores. Let's keep the ball rolling and let's keep the songs going."
Oh, and Psychonauts 2.
Woo!
Games are coming back.
Oh, baby.
80s.
Oh, he's gone.
And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a requiem.
Woo!
What to play first and what to play last. To ground true and doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass.
Oh, baby, there it is. There it be. It's all there. It's all on Game Pass. But as you know, I haven't done the shout out. We got to go to the Quality Club. Yes, you forgot about me. I've had 2 buttons down. I've had my chest hairs oozing. I had Shuhei Yoshida telling you about quality games. That's what I told you. So now come to my club, because that's where we're going. Hey, thank you, No Cap. Glad you're feeling better, Jez. Yes, thank you, man. The kids got me. The schools got me. They took me out at the knees. Pause. Damn, they got me. Thank you, No Cap. Go check out Stickham's video, man. I was listening to that. He went going crazy yesterday. Awesome. All the facts.
You're my number one customer.
But now, it's back to me, the quality games, doing the quality. I have my 2 buttons down. Let me go to the Quality Club and thank the VIP grinders. Okay, we're going. Quality Herman Old said we're going to the club. Oh, here he is. Play my music. Hands up in the air, everybody. Thank you to the VIP grinders. VIP grinders. Herman Holtz quality splits. We're in the club. Dancing with the quality club. He's doing the splits. Dancing Jean-Claude Van Damme style. Got the flex. Yes. Play it again. Oh. Oh my God. Herman and quality game. I give you cloud. Tell you where the cloud can go. Right up your booty hole. Cloud gaming. You want to play quality? Play quality games. Yes. Thank you again, VIP Grinders. Hit that join button. You want to use those incredible Herman Holtz quality splits that Manios is flexing right now. Shout out to them. The Toolmans. Hey! Goes to the garage game of the 20. Yo, thanks, man. He goes, what's up, Jizz? Keep up the good work. Yo, thank you so much, man. You know what? I'm in the mood. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again. Thank you. Happy Friday for Brazil. Man, you guys are booty clubbing those cheeks. Friday. You want to start singing? Oh, baby. Yo, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Holy crap. We didn't even get to the first topic yet. I'm ready to go lose my voice again. Holy Jesus. Fireworks, fireworks. Thank you. It's Friday for Brizzle, for Breeze. I call him for Brizzle in the Grindhouse. It's Friday, everybody. You know what it is. Gaming night. Hocus Pocus 2 is on Disney Plus. Oh, damn. Don't go watch it yet. Oh.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
Oh, man. There's some Stadia. And that was Satya right there. An interview. Talking about a stogie. Whew. Anyway. So let's get to the topics. Thank you again, Grinders. It's a pleasure being back. Thank you for all your well wishes on the Twitters. All seriousness, thank you again. Yeah, it was just a head cold, but it's just I couldn't do the show. I was like, I would be like coughing and stuff like that. And I'm like, I couldn't get that energy. Real big grinder energy on there. But Friday, it's extra hype day, and I'm glad I waited because, man, as the days kept progressing, the flames were growing. Then I'm like, And then when Stadia said we're done, I was like, Rhymes Adamus. Yes. I've said this so many times. Yes. We'll get into it. Stutter and Satya. Well, we'll get into the cloud gaming. I got a whole man, and I'm going to tell you something. In my research, I have found some amazing things from the Xbox archives that you were definitely going to want to clip. You're definitely going to want to save that spot because it is the most hilarious thing you ever seen. And it's showing that they are being led not by a leader. They're being led by a booty. And when we talk about booty on this show, there's only one other thing to talk about that comes with the booty. Cloud gaming. Who farted? The cloud gaming. But we're going to talk about that. First, let's talk about quality, right? Let's talk about quality. I want to talk about some quality because I saw a whole bunch of quality talking with a wonderful game called Grounded. Some of you may have thought that Grounded was already out. And you'll be right. Grounded was out for 2 years. 2 years. A 1 or 2 years. It was in beta. You know, the cousin's former roommate edition. And over those 2 years, apparently, we had 10 million gamers. Amazingly. It's better than The Last of Us. Yes, Gio knows. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, listen. I'm not here. I played this game when it came out 2 years ago. And then I followed up when they added the mosquitoes and the flies in one of their updates. Because they only had spider, they added creatures as the time went on. They added flying insects, the spiders and the flies, and that was a big deal in update 1.0. But now they added the story. Now, if you remember when Grounded was created, they basically said, "You're going to help us with the story. You tell us what the story is." And I thought it was pretty ironic, knowing that they're Obsidian and they make first-party story-based games that they need you to help them write the story. So for the last 2 years, they were writing the stories. And now there's the campaign in there. And it was in beta for 2 years. You paid $30 for it. If you didn't get any Game Pass,
number one customer.
it was in there. Lord Hog with the 99999, he goes, beta and Xbox seem to go well together. Yes, actually, that's good. Thank you so much for the super chat. And you're right. Actually, xCloud is still in beta, or it's called Gaming with Windows with Cloud Gaming. It's Xbox Live Game Pass with Cloud Gaming. It doesn't even call it xCloud. They didn't even use that nomenclature anymore. But back to Grounded. Join 10 million players in the backyard, dude. 10 million players. I need to see. I have the fear of missing out. Right. Let me see. Steam Grounded. I gotta see. Wait, 10 million. I gotta see. Oh, wow. Let me see where these 10 million gamers are coming from. Do you see any 10 million? Let me see. 10 million people. So I guess what Xbox is doing is just adding up all the numbers for the last 2 years. 10 million people. Because the last 30 days, it hit an average player count of 2,900. So I guess the other 96 million or whatever the hell we're going to talk about, the 95, 100 million or whatever like that is just on Xbox. Also, but then if you say that, though, somebody already saw that Grounded has dropped out of the top 50 games played on Xbox Live. So I don't know where this 10 million is coming from. Again, it's some Phil Ness numbers, but this is the bullshit that they do because they just add, for the last 2 years, 10 million profiles have checked out this game, just like they say about Forza. You know, and if you look at the numbers, it does not make sense at all. It's like, and for their peak, their release peak, I don't know how in the last 30 days since it released, here, it went from like 2,000 to 8,000 to now climbing to 17. Like this is what I'm saying. This is what is successful for Xbox. Like, is this successful? Or does it need to be? I don't know. Like, this is it. They had a 50% game when they launched, and it got good ratings. Like, you got 8s and some 9s, you know, from the Xbox Mondo and Xbox Argentina and Xbox's bleedgreen.com or something like that. Gave it some 9s. I just don't see 10 million. Their all-time peak on Steam is 31 million. 10 million? They didn't even break 100,000. I don't know. But and I'm not saying that this is it's a bad game. Like, you know, it does what it does. Like, you know, but again, this is not the game that people have been like begging for. Like, this is not what they need to get Xbox on the map. And that's where I think a lot of this comes from, is where people are trying to pump up Grounded as like, this is a thing that's going to bring Xbox back from the death that it created for itself. And I feel like everything, the negative things to Sony, every little thing that Xbox does seems to be magic, like the song. And it's like they're waiting for that slow clap moment. You know, that moment of, is now the time? Is this it? Is this the E3 announcement that we've been waiting for? Is this it? Can I celebrate? Rather than the game itself, it's about the idea of the game. The meta. Everybody don't care about meta, but the meta came up. But what I have an issue with The media gets villainized. What I have a concern with is when this game came out, I don't understand how you rate a game that is marketed as Grounded 1.0. That is a little bit of a, like, you fell into the same problem with Halo Infinite. You gave it that 86 or 87, like you gave it all these high marks when you know that this is going to be a journey for Halo. When a game comes out and this is our 1.0 release after 2 years of being in beta, you're going to slap a 9 on that? Or you expect it to go down? Like, I don't understand. Because obviously this is not Grounded the full game. Like, this is apparently Grounded. We got some story in there, but we plan to add more. It's called Grounded 1.0. I don't know what the hell that means. Does that mean that if you find anything issues with it, like just wait for 1.2? Like, who releases a game called Grounded 1.0 on their website? A 2-year journey from preview early access. Now that we've hit 1.0, what's going to get wiped? Luckily for you, the answer is not a lot. They didn't wipe anything. So whatever you played in the last 2 years, you kind of keep it. We're excited to announce that the story is now available in Grounded. Since the start of your time in the backyard, there's been some questions as why you're small as fuck. And now we answer that now in Grounded 1.0. And I just feel that it's a little premature to slap a score on something when it comes out as 1.0. But, you know, I tried it. It's one of those survival, build a house, craft, you know, like Ark, you know, the Vin Diesel's favorite game. You know, like Ark, like you survive and stuff like that.
I don't play this game.
Vin Diesel! I didn't ask for your opinion, Diesel. I know you don't play this game. But it's like Ark 2, okay? Or Ark 1.
I don't play this game.
Oh, my God. Diesel, please. What was that? Is that Vin Diesel?
I don't play this game.
Yo! I know you don't play Ark. Who's that? Who that? Who this?
It's Frog, baby.
Frog! You said Frog! How you doing, man? I hope everything's safe over there, man. Holy crap. That thing was
safe
wild.
over here, man. Yeah, we're safe over here. I'm
Good.
gonna try my best at all possibilities to keep my profanity level down. I'm
Frog's ready to go in
because
after that hurricane. He's ready to kick the doors in. Well, it's lunchtime, Frog. People be listening at lunch.
Now I've got some bad news.
Oh.
So you know, one of my SF buddies, found out he passed.
Oh no!
And I didn't know it. Yeah, he passed 3 years ago, and I wish I kind of stayed in contact with him more. Another my buddy reached out to me, and he was like, "Man, you heard about so and so?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Yeah, he passed away." And it hurt me pretty bad
that
because,
sucks,
man, you know, this guy is my age and super physically fit guy. I mean, a health nut. Just like he made you want to be a better and more healthy person. And to hear that this guy had a stroke and he just never recovered, and then he just went, it just shocked me. And I kind of wish that I was a better friend to him and tried my best to stay in contact with him. You know, of course, life is life.
Yeah.
But to hear something like that, and you know, long story short, first time I met this guy is in a rolled over vehicle. I pulled him out. I help him. I help some other soldiers and get him out of a vehicle that rolled over when we were deployed. And that's how we met, and we became friends. And he knew my kids and everything. Like we were pretty close. But you know, as life is, you know, numbers change in the military. You move, and we lost contact. We gained contact. We lost contact. And you know, some of my other buddies I kept in touch, but I really this affected me. I think more just because I knew this guy on a pretty deep level, So
Oh, sorry, man, for
it
your
was
loss.
pretty. Yeah,
I don't know how to talk a bit more about Grounded though. Did
yeah.
you?
It's just hard to hear.
Yeah, man, that sucks. Like that's horrible, especially young. Like it's. Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad you're safe though with that freaking hurricane.
Oh
Been
no, we're
crazy.
safe, man. We're good, man. We lost power probably 11, probably 11 o'clock, like the night the hurricane was coming through. And I'm gonna tell you the only reason we had funny story. The only reason we lost power is because the trees near the power lines, a huge tree branch came down, hit the power line, sparking up. It knocked the power out. Then a tree branch fell off the line. The power came back on. Then
Hmm.
another tree branch falls on the power line, and then the power was like, okay, whatever, we're not coming back on. And we got power the next day. So we got it at 11 o'clock that night, which we were basically, bedtime. 11 o'clock that night. We got power the next day, I want to say about 3 in the afternoon. So it was light all day. We could still do things. Buddy of mine, a fellow veteran, he said, "Hey man, he said I got a mini Jenny for you. I'm gonna bring it down to the house so you can at least keep your food cold." And I said, "We're good, man. We're not opening the fridge. It's nice and cold in there." He said, "I'm just gonna bring it anyway." He brings it down. No sooner he brings it down, like an hour later, power comes on.
Phew.
So we in the area I live in, it's called Riverview. If anybody's from Florida in the Hillsborough
Yeah,
area,
I
you
saw
probably
it.
know where
The
that is.
bay got like drained.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Let me tell you, craziest thing is I'm sitting there and I'm watching this guy on the news, and it's in this area. It's it's in Hillsborough County, which is Tampa, Riverview, multiple different. And the police are like, yeah, they had a shark, and the shark was what is it, freaking in the lake behind a guy's house.
Holy
And
crap.
I'm like, what? And that's like,
Yeah.
what? It's a bull shark. So what they did was they took the shark. They called help animal something something whatever the people that rescue animals. They called them out there. This is after the fact, yesterday. So they pulled this bull shark out, and it's not that big. It's not a big bull shark, but it's big enough that it's eating stuff up in the lake. And bull sharks are like pit bulls.
Yeah.
They kill everything. They get the bull shark out. They're freaking supposed to transport it down to Tampa, the Bay Area, and I guess when they get down there, there's no water.
Oh,
There's no ocean because the ocean got sucked out. So they had to drive all the way to St. Pete and
With
like
the shark.
release this
Holy
shark.
crap.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, well, because I'm gonna tell you this, Jazz. There's 3 things people in Florida worry about when you have a lake or a pool behind your house and a hurricane comes. You worry about if there's gonna be fish in there.
Oh,
You worry about if there's
gators.
going to be an alligator in there,
Yeah.
and now you got to worry about if there's going to be a shark in there.
Shark.
I'm like, yo, what are the
Dude, that was like that
wake up-
movie, Crawl.
Yeah, the Sharknado.
Yeah, it was a Sharknado. And the
What,
girl.
what
It's
did
still
I
a
do?
shark.
Wake up and you look in your pool and there's freaking a bull shark swimming around in your shark.
Yo,
pool.
that
You're
is
like, wait,
crazy,
what?
man. That is crazy.
Dude, I mean, Florida's a unique place. Like, I'm not a Floridian by birth or anything. I moved here and I've lived here for quite some time for, over a decade. So my whole thing is like, Florida is a very unique place. You see things in Florida you don't quite see anywhere else. And that's why Florida gets pooped on so hard, because people look at Florida and like, man, yeah, it's crazy. I don't think it's just that the people here are crazy. People got to understand, a lot of people from Florida aren't even native to Florida. They move here. So are the Floridians really crazy, or is it the people who move in here doing the crazy stuff? Like, you got people. Look,
I know,
it's
man.
bad when it.
Well,
it's
I'm
bad.
glad everybody's
It's-
safe, dude. Like, and now it's gonna come
Look,
back to the
hey,
Carolinas. So watch out, dude.
it's
Like, it's
bad.
crazy. This thing is making a turn.
When the governor, the mayor, and the police have to come on TV and the news and tell you that a hurricane's coming. Oh, and by the way, please don't throw beer bottles or shoot bullets into the hurricane.
There'll be a bottle in the hurricane.
Don't throw beer
Dude,
bottles.
Well, I'm glad you're safe and everybody in the grindhouse. Yeah, safe.
Yeah.
Stay safe in the Carolinas because it's coming that way now. Apparently, it's a category 1. It's
Definitely
crazy.
that way.
But I was talking about this grounded stuff, and one of the things I was just noticing when I was going into the Metacritic is that why are there like people are talking about the score, and I just realized this when I went to Metacritic. I'm like, why are there so few critic reviews when it comes to some of these Xbox games? Like, these games are on every device; they're everywhere. Why is it like? Do they send out limited review codes? But you would think with Game Pass, that there will be more review outlets, like I guess having access to this. Is nobody interested in reviewing this, or they're only told you have to, like Microsoft sends it out to these
Jez,
specific people?
I wondered that also.
Right? Isn't it so strange? Because when you see a PlayStation game, they get like 100 reviews and stuff like that. And Grounded, it only has 18 reviews for Xbox and Xbox One Series X. It has no reviews for the One at all. One critic.
Well, let me
and
tell
PC,
you,
it has 16.
Jed, there's a method to the madness, right? The method to the madness is, in a lot of ways, the reason that, and look, we're going to talk and just have some reality check here. This is not fanboy crap. The reason that some Xbox games may review so well or higher than a PlayStation game or a game that's multi-plat is because there's less people in a lot of ways reviewing it. You know, and I think it benefits Xbox in the long run, Metacritic wise. If you follow that matrix, it benefits them because and how I look at it is, if the game is kind of solidified on an even plan and it says a 7, and Xbox it says it's a 7.9, and Xbox is 8.3, the game is probably across the board probably an 8. You know, it's probably across the board everywhere 8. You know, if Sony's getting the game and it's a 6.5. But then Microsoft is like 7.8, and then you look at PlayStation's, and you see like only like 10 sites reviewed it, and then on Xbox you got like 35 sites reviewing it, and it's the multiplayer. You kind of got like with the
Last of Us Part 1 frog at 111 critic reviews.
See what I'm saying? So how many did Grounded have? You see what I'm saying?
Grounded I think has wait a second.
They benefit from having less people review it, and then. Here's the other thing, Jazz. They benefit from having less people.
Stray has 98.
Yes, and then they have, and we all know this is true. They have more Xbox centric places that are reviewing.
That you know what I want to tell you that too. Like, you got Windows Central pulling up the 90, Mondo Xbox pulling up the 85. You have not Games Radar. Let's see what we got here. Generation Xbox Generation. Is 85. Sonos Xbox is an 85. Who else do we have? So those
and I also think that somebody said something in the chat, and I totally agree with them. I do think you're inclined to review it more favorable if you didn't pay for it. That's why I will listen to a reviewer like ACG. I don't think all his takes are perfect, but the fact of the matter is he still buys the game. And he's spot on. I would say 90% of the time, ACG is pretty spot on when it comes to his reviews and kind of how I look at stuff. So when I see a review of his, which he's not Metacritic, he's not one of those guys listed, but when I see him review something I'm interested in or I don't know about, he's almost 99% spot on. You know?
Yeah. Let me see.
His whole thing is not.
Look at this.
His whole thing is not even a score. It's just, hey, wait for a sale. Buy it now or wait for a deep discount. And a lot of times he says, hey, he tells you straight up, hey, you might want to wait. Or if you're just a big fan of this, then if you can deal with what's here, then so be it. But my whole thing is, I honestly think that...
I agree with Sam Ash. Yeah, he did lose a lot of credibility with his fanboy war take a couple years ago. Yeah, I know. Like, I liked his reviews, but he did take a little... But look at this. Flight Simulator, because I'm like giving Grounded benefit of the doubt, saying like, hey, it released this week, so maybe they didn't get around to it. But I'm looking here, Flight Simulator for the Series X, only 34 critic reviews.
That it goes to show you.
You got your Mondo Xbox, Generation.
Let me ask you a question.
Windows Central.
Did they get reviewed separately on PC?
Yeah, because it came out a year before.
So my whole thing is,
and that review. Let me see how many people reviewed on. 66 only reviewed it. Why is it always under 100?
I'm telling you, man.
Let me see Horizon. I bet you Horizon's like Horizon Forbidden West. 126 critic reviews.
I'm telling you, man. We know what's going on. We already know what's going on.
The total, it's just so strange. Like, is it because it's split? I don't get it. But like when you just look at it at Xbox, it's always like the lesser of them, and it's like DC. And you look, and you got PSX Brazil, but you don't have Mondo Xbox here. And Windows Central, they are reviewing this. Are they reviewing this?
We know
Android
what's going on.
Central reviews.
if across the board we just look at it for what it is.
Look at all these extra reviewers here, though. This is what I mean. Where are all these dudes?
There's an incentive. I'm gonna tell you like this. Let's be honest, Jazz. 88, Metacritic 88, Horizon.
Man, so
imagine
weird.
the game. Imagine Horizon came on an Xbox. What do you think that game would be? Metacritic score.
Oh, you're talking about relative to the games that are out there.
No,
somebody says, look at Psychonauts 2. Let's see.
Imagine that Horizon was a Xbox exclusive game, and it came on Xbox. Now you see it got an 80 on PlayStation, and you're talking about same quality, same level of fidelity, everything. What do you think that game scores on Metacritic? I think that game sits at a high 90.
You're talking about relative to the thing. But like, here, look at this.
Higher score.
Psychonauts 2 on Xbox got 67 critic reviews.
Ooh.
I want to see a game that
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. 67. What did it rate on PlayStation versus Xbox versus? See what I'm saying?
Oh,
because it's the same game. So it shouldn't.
Wait a second.
It shouldn't go down. It shouldn't be drastic. Is it drastic?
It's there's 67 on Xbox. PlayStation 4 only had 7 reviews. It was 87.
Okay.
It did get user scores, so they must have. I think they complained because the PlayStation didn't have a Pro version or something like that.
They have PS5 version, right?
Yeah, they have a PS5 version, so people trimmed the score down. And
everybody agrees with me. Yeah, they're saying the same thing I said. High 90, mid 90s for Horizon. If that game was an Xbox exclusive, that game is sitting. It's Zelda territory.
Yeah, because I'll show you somebody using the numbers in their advantage. Somebody known as Clown Eastwood, using the numbers and doing this stuff. I do have a clown segment when we talk to review scores, so let's do that right now. Here they come. Everybody hit that like button. We're going to the circus. Here it comes. Where are my clowns? Get the clowns out.
I think they did. In fact, if I'm not mistaken,
I got my clowns.
It never got a PS5 version.
We're going to the circus, Rob.
It did get a patch to.
We're going to the circus.
It did get a patch to utilize PS5 stuff.
Here we go. We're going to the circus, everybody. Talking about review scores. Music. Why not? Let's go to the circus. Let's go to the circus of review scores. Here we go. So somebody came at Tim Dog, of course, coming in here saying Gears 5 is an 89. Whoa, and what world do you live in? Because I'm going to Gears 5 right now. Let's see. Gears 5.
So he said Gears 5 is an 89.
Gears 5, 89.
He said that game is I don't go by scores or anything. I go by solid numbers.
Frog, Gears 5 is an 84 on Xbox and an 82. I don't know where he gets the 89. They don't even average to 89.
Man.
So I don't know where that number comes from.
These guys are weird.
So let's go back to the circus. So Xbox, and then he's putting Ghostwire Tokyo on the Xbox list because you can't play it on an Xbox, so that makes sense, right? Flight Simulator is still sitting there. Wait, Frog, we're not done yet. Doom Eternal is now all of a sudden an Xbox Studios game. Just overnight, it became an Xbox Studios game. Came out before the acquisition.
We already know what this is.
Wasteland 3. Yeah, okay. Wasteland 3. Gears Tactics still on there. Everybody gives a shit about that. But what's amazing about this, and Grounded sitting at an 83, what's amazing, I don't know where those numbers are coming from. Here, Gears is 84. Gears 5 is an 83, 989, 82. Gears Tactics is an 82. I don't know if you did them off of memory. He has Gears Tactics 83. But what's amazing, Grinders, get ready, because I want this like button smashed like booty's ass. I want to guess what's amazing about this. This is some fanboy gonna list, right? But we got to get the big, everybody please guide your visions to the center circle, where we'll be having the biggest clown of them all come out. Here he comes, Bozo himself, Mr. Aaron Greenberg, retweeting this horse shit, going while review scores are only one of many key metrics. It's been nice to see our first-party studio games being recognized for their work here. Excuse me. Please.
Wow.
You are VP. You've just been newly promoted. You don't know the review scores of your games? There are wrong review scores in here.
Here's what it is, man. Hey. As the humor says, hit after hit, man. Hit after hit.
Mr. Greenberg, newly promoted VP, tweets out false information saying review scores is great.
Hey, hit after hit.
Excuse me? These are executives. This is the Mr. Newly promoted VP. He was a manager for 18 goddamn years. He promoted to VP this year, and this is his first act of VP-ness.
Ooh. These are the same guys who were talking about Peppa Pig coming and all these old games coming. Oh God. I don't know what to even say about them anymore.
Oh my God. And wait, we got some more. I think, you know what? I think we're going to have another, I got to do another clown shoes.
Uh-oh.
Wait, we're going back to the circus, everybody. We're going back.
Circus? Okay, let's go.
We're going to go back to the circus. Encore presentation. Colt Eastwood made up his list of review scores. Nonetheless, he's comparing Sony games to the list of hits from Xbox first party things. And look at the games and then people go,
let's take a look at this list. Hold on. Let me look at this list. Let me look at this list.
Oh, he made sure to put that Destruction All-Stars in there, but guess what he left off? Where's Crossfire X? Bitch. Where's Crossfire X? That's not on here. But Ghostwire Tokyo is on here, a game that you can't even play. It's on this list, but Crossfire X, which is the only exclusive you got this year, is not on this list.
Jazz, it's coming, Jazz. It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
They keep counting because it's coming. They know it.
Wait, it gets better. The clown show continues, everybody. We got the clown show. I want them. I don't need the music distracting me here. Wait a second. It keeps going. Wait a second. It keeps going. I took out Destruction All-Stars and I left. Now he starts adjusting his numbers. Stop the count.
I'm trying to see because I see the Xbox games.
He goes, stop the count. We come back. So he goes, okay. He goes, Xbox is ahead of PlayStation 86 to 83. Meta counts now. Meta counts. We'll just make that here. Meta count. I'm taking out Destruction All-Stars, and I'm leaving out Crossfire X. So now it's tied, 86 to 86.
So that makes it even. Oh,
yeah.
God, this guy.
Because he won't add Crossfire X because that changes the narrative of his fucking scoreboard. Like it means anything to anybody. Does this mean anything to you, grinders? Does this mean anything? This means nothing. But this is the clownery, and what's crazy is that if this was just an extreme fanboy, whatever. But the fact that they're in Aaron Greenberg's back pocket and the executives celebrate and retweet this shit, that's a problem. That's what grinds the gears. The executives there do this and promote this as they should be doing the PR, not having these clowns put false information and then retweeting it. You're a clown. Xbox Circus. But wait, he's still not done. I did an ad, and then somebody's like, well, where's The Last of Us Part 2? And where's Ghost of Tsushima? And, oh, I didn't add enhanced or remasters.
He knows what he's doing, man.
Okay. I don't even care. Like, you could take your list and shove it up your ass. Like, this is so stupid.
Cold Eastwood knows what he's doing, man. He
take this out, reading this. Oh, the scores are better. Oh, but Crossfire X wasn't published by Xbox. Oh, yeah. Okay. But Doom Eternal, that came out before Xbox bought them, all of a sudden now is on your hit list of quality games. And then multiplats nonetheless. That's the way. The craziest thing is that you look at this. These games are not on an Xbox. These games here are not on an Xbox, except for MLB, I guess. Yeah, MLB is the only one. But the rest of these games are not on an Xbox. These games, Psychonauts 2, that's on a PlayStation. Deathloop was played on PlayStation a year before. Ghostwire Tokyo, a year before that.
Sad.
Like, you aggregate this, and then here you go.
Sad.
Come join 10 million players in the backyard. You got 8,000 people playing the game. And then they're like, but that's just Steam.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you
he
a
added
question,
2
Jay.
MLB to shows, and they add him over there. Yeah, no cap, exactly. It's like, where the
Has
10 million, dude? 10 million people playing this game. You just got invited to a freaking backyard party, and all it is you and your balls. Like, there's nothing out there. You went to the
Have you
backyard. It's like, where's the
seen-
party? There's 10 million people. Where's the game? You can't make this up, dude. You can't. But this is
have
the
you
slow
seen
cap.
have you seen the people that are playing what's the game? The game with the freaking the first person shooter with freaking genitalia in it. Scorn. Have you seen
Oh
people
my
playing
God!
this
Did you see
game?
the
Or-
release?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Jesus. Yeah, let's add that
Yo,
to the list.
I
Scorn.
tell you
Holy
what,
crap!
man.
Did you see that?
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Oh yeah, this is so funny. Red Dragon put it together, so I don't have to do it. He goes 83 Metacritic score. Grounded joined 10 million players. There's 9,000 people playing right now, and it's out of the most played games on Xbox top 50. 10 million gamers. Like, dude, it released. Sick, it released. It released. That's what they reviewed it. 1.0 release. 13 people reviewed it, gave it an 83. Somebody wrote in the tweet, somebody wrote in the chat, that's because Obsidian now says it's a 1.0, so now they're allowed to review it. Oh, that's nice. So you can't release a game until it's a 1.0, then the 1.0 can get reviewed. I just think it's interesting that they don't just call it Grounded, but they call it the 1.0 release, which is hilarious, making that this is a service game moving forward. I'm sure they'll probably add some passes and some bullshit to it. But anyway, I'm done with the Grounded stuff. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying the buffoonery that surrounded this game.
It's some clown stuff.
The buffoonery that's surrounded to try to create, like, again, the Xbox is back. The slow clap. Let me tell you, just not winning any W's. This is not. Nobody's throwing their PlayStations or their anything out the window and come running to Xbox going, I was wrong. This shows exactly the buffoonery here is exactly why it's never going to be what it was, because you guys are looking through the wrong peepholes. But anyway, then try it. Hey, free on Game Pass. Do a Peekaboo Gaming. Jump on in, $15. Run around the grass, cut some grass, play with some bugs.
Peekaboo gaming. Oh God.
Peekaboo Gaming, baby. That's what it is. Jump on, jump off. Jump on the train wreck, jump off. That's it. Just go play it. Try it out. Fun with friends, I heard. And yeah.
Fun with friends.
Fun with friends. Cut some grass. Build a house.
No.
Fight a mosquito. Just in a normal day. And then you can play Scorn. Scorn releases. They did a you guys missed it. They did a Scorn. You know, since I'm the only one talking about Scorn and Frogs, they did release a new trailer. Here it is. Oh my God. Guys, please, I'm prefacing this. This is the release trailer after all these years.
This
The
is,
hype.
Is HBO Max? I mean, HBO Max or
Here it
Cinemax,
is.
like late night.
Bro,
Netflix
this is the
kinda-
game. This is it.
Gosh.
Incredible. Like this is it. Look at this is their
Oh my God.
teaser trailer. This is it.
I don't know who this game is really for, man. I hope it turns out good.
For Game
but
Pass
geez,
subscribers.
man.
And they keep
What is
switching
that
the date.
about it?
October 1st, 21st, October. I guess because they moved it up because it's such high quality. They moved up the
What is that thing on the side of his neck? But I'm not even gonna. You know what?
this
I'm not gonna say
gameplay
nothing.
CGI. What is this?
We don't know.
Oh, it was coming out
We
the
don't even-
21st, but we're pushing it to the 14th. Oh, thanks.
We don't know what's going on, man.
Look at this. This thing is on Game Pass, Xbox Series consoles, Windows, Steam, Epic Store, GOG Gaming. You get like
At
10
this
reviews
first-
on Metacritic.
Hopefully, how do you? And I think I'm gonna answer my own question. I was gonna say, how do you really advertise games that are in Game Pass, or that you don't advertise that, you just advertise Game Pass itself?
They don't.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how do you advertise games you think are good on Game Pass, or do you say we're not going to advertise games on Game Pass? We're just going to advertise the Game Pass itself.
I don't know, man. They don't advertise the shit anyway. Well, next topic is the PS Stars thing. So apparently this whole here, let me get to this. So this whole digital reward system, slow clap moment people are trying to do. The first article I see is from VGC when they released this PlayStation Stars thing in Japan. Just remember when they released the streaming service in Japan, remember it was like PAL and 60 and not 60 frames. It was the PAL versions and everybody was up in arms going, oh, and it was a Japanese release. And then it came over here, was fine. Well, now PlayStation Stars launched in Japan. And one of the perks, so this is the things right here, right?
Are we talking about one of the C's here? It sounds like we're about to talk about one of the C's.
we just passed those C's.
Made a big deal of this. And one of these C's is what they are. Because come on now,
you gotcha. Earn points. So this is what the deal is. So earn points and digital collectibles by playing certain games or completing campaigns. So it's just like the Xbox reward system where you play, like you have the Game Pass rewards where you open up a game, you play for a certain bit, you do this, like achievements that you get things, right? Points can be used to redeem digital collectibles, select games, and some PS Store credit. So it's just like the Xbox rewards program on the thing. So far, this is what, you get these digital collectibles, like here you go. You can buy these little trophies. I don't know how they're going to showcase them though, but and you could get little points here and there, which is good. I have the PlayStation card, so I get points just by using the card. But this is good.
Same here.
Yeah, so this is pretty damn good. But the thing that came out, the VGC C in the word was the first thing that came out of this was.
Wait. Was it you said it was a C?
A VG big C. Yeah.
Okay. So one of the C's is here.
One of the things that they complained about was that if you have a certain level by playing games, you get certain level of achievements, right? And when you hit level 4, they said it's not like Xbox Rewards. Oh, I must have made a mistake. It's the same exact thing. But when you get to level 4 of your gaming collection, like as you play games and level up, you get to level 4, and then you get priority waiting in customer service. So basically you get any customer service questions with PlayStation tech support, which I don't think is that great anyway, but you'll get priority status in lining up. People turned it into you're gonna get better service. So if you don't have this, you're level 1, you're gonna get the new dude that just showed up last week and doesn't know his ass from his hole and what a PlayStation controller is. But apparently if you're a level 4, you'll get the person that practically is like the right-hand man to Herman Holst as your customer service. That was the talk on Twitter. What? You get better customer service if you're a level 4 as opposed to a level 1? They turned it into better customer service, when meanwhile it was priority waiting times. So you would wait less if you were a level 4 as opposed to a level 1. People went crazy about that. I guess they never flew on a goddamn plane and looked at the dudes in the suits that are frequent flyers and get to board the plane before I do. I guess they never saw those people before. Get out more, please. You never saw the people with the point systems that actually get some extra coupons because they shop frequently at the store than you do. But people turned it into better customer service rather than priority waiting times. So you guys got to get out more. Go to an airport and go watch the dudes in the suits get on that plane and stand and sit in the first 5 rows that you got to climb over to get to section cheap ass flying seats. It doesn't even make sense. They board the front of the plane and then have us climb over them because those guys are priority.
It's even like this, man. It's even like this. I'm sorry, real quick. I have Amazon Prime. And I get to watch Amazon
Prime, yeah.
I get to watch Amazon Prime movies. So what you're saying is somebody who just buys stuff from Amazon, but they're not a Prime member, should get to watch the movies too? No, why should you get that I paid for a yearly subscription why shouldn't I? If
you're not even paying for this, dude. What I'm saying, you're not even paying for, but what I'm saying is people who are committed to doing something, or have a higher status, why shouldn't you reap the perks and the rewards? I know.
I don't get that.
I don't know, but you're not paying for this. This is not a subscription perk thing. Right. This is just that's playing games.
That's the whole point. It's not
getting experience in their world.
People think people should get benefits or perks. I don't understand that. Like, it is what it is.
I don't know. What's up, Sick? How you doing, man?
I had to pull up on you for this conversation.
Oh
Uh-oh,
yeah, here he
boy,
goes.
here we go.
Oh boy, man. I've had niggas arguing with me about this, telling me
Yes.
sad sob ass stories like that's crazy. Why should they get better customer service? I said, what the hell? They're getting the same level of customer service.
Right?
You just
Mhm.
got a person who, who is becoming a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. I said, are you mad at people who take the fast lane on the highway? Like,
Easy pass.
I mean,
There you
it-
go. Yep.
you know, are you mad at the people who have TSA pre-check so they don't have to
Thank
get
you.
searched like the rest of the niggas? Like, are you mad at the people who got global entry that get to skip you? Like, are you mad at people who have power up rewards and they get to get first
Thank
gears
you.
on consoles when they go and
Yes,
buy them? Are
I
you mad
know.
at them? And my question is, I was like, it's fine if you're upset and if you're mad, right? Completely understand, but I need you to highlight all of these companies instead of just this one. You know what I'm
that
saying?
don't fit.
And
That
it-
don't fit.
and-
Thank
yeah,
you.
and if you don't highlight the rest of these companies, then that makes this argument void, buddy. It makes
Yep.
it void because in every other aspect of life, there are always elite levels. If you go to the hotels, guess what? You got people who get all types of shit,
Dude,
when they
the
when-
concierge lounge. I get to sit outside and
Yeah.
look at the window going, oh, I want some cheese and crackers. Like, oh, you're not of status. You stay outside. I'm going in.
Exactly. That's why I was like, and people couldn't understand it. They like, yo, why are you taking up for this company? I said, nigga, I tore this company a new one. I'm not taking up for this company. I think you're bullshitting, is what I think.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of things for you to be upset and mad about. This just ain't one of them, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I
Yep.
totally agree. And like, it's not like you even, and they try to use the paywall thing. It's like, you're not even paying for this. This is just you playing
Yeah.
games and getting more leveling up. And, you should, it's priority. Waiting. It's
No.
priority waiting, dude. That's all
You're
it is.
missing one. You're missing one big factor in this entire argument.
What?
If you feel like you're missing out, buy 4 full price games and
There
earn
you go.
128 rare trophies.
There
Then
you
you don't
Oh,
have to
buy
feel like you're
games.
missing.
Uh-oh.
No.
Those
Oh,
are fighting
and that was
words, according to Xbox. You can't
Listen,
buy games.
But here's the thing. See, Sony isn't very good at communication.
Nah.
I'm gonna be honest
They've
with
been
you.
bad.
Let me explain to you why they're bad at communication. Because, or maybe it's purposely done, right? Maybe it's purposely done.
Right.
Yeah. Slicks
A
this.
full price game could be me buying fucking jumping fries for $1.99.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't have to be
It could be me buying an indie game for $19.99. That's the full price of that game. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So again, leaving it open for interpretation like that is why this is gonna fuck Sony over. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because if I buy 4 full price games that were priced at full price at that price, you cannot deny this to me if you haven't laid the grounds of what a full price game is.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they've been slicksters like that too. They've been not really going into super detail, like just kind of leaving it up for interpretation, but then they get, the internet goes wild on them on this stuff. But like, yeah,
No,
like
but
customer.
they deserve it.
They-
You're supposed
Oh,
to
no,
cover all
they
your bases
deserve it.
when you
Right.
do
I
stupid
was just
shit
about to
like
say that
that.
they do deserve it because you got it. They have to be. It has to be a better way to explain stuff. They're not really good at.
But
explaining.
they did say though, priority customer support in in queues. Like it's not that you're getting better. Like people turned it into like, oh, you're gonna get, the right hand man to friggin' Herman Holtz if you're a priority person,
He's
and you're
be
gonna get the
talking to you.
dude that's in the
Right.
that just started here. Actually, Xbox has a program too, the infamous Xbox Ambassador program, where you are the help desk. You could just sign up, don't play any games, but you're the help desk for them, and you don't get paid. Nobody complained about that. Fearmonger. What happened
Nah,
to that? Sick is one of the Xbox ambassadors. You got kicked out.
No, I'm not.
No, not
I
you.
Never would.
King Thrash did. King Thrash got kicked
Yeah.
out when he signed
I
up.
would have
You never
never
tried
signed
that.
up for that slave contract.
I
Hell
remember
no.
Thrash did that, dude. The secret shopper. It's in the forums and everything, man. He exposed that whole stupid ass program. But that's a priority. Hell, guess what? If you're a good Xbox ambassador, Phil will sign your ass when you go to Games Fest. And now you're really branded. Think about it. And he might send you a care package, for the game that he occasionally releases every 3 goddamn years. He'll send you a care package. You get branded by Phil. You get to take pictures and touch Matt Booty's booty. Incredible. Those are some perks right there. You do.
Let me ask you a question, Jeff. Why is it that I have to buy Game Pass to be able to get that 20% discount?
I don't. Paywall. Paywall discounts.
I mean that's not. I buy games on Xbox too, right? Shouldn't I be able to get that 20% just for participating?
You should.
You should.
But
you got to be part of a membership, an exclusive club behind a paywall. But they won't. Nobody talks about that. And talking about exclusive paywall clubs, if you are an Xbox Live Gold subscriber, unsubscribe immediately because Games with Gold is fool's gold. If you think that's a quality service, dude, they took away 2. I didn't see one stupid ass bastard talking about this trash. You want to talk about paywalls and services? You're paying $60 a year. They took away 2 games from you and gave you 2 bogus ass games. Subscription gaming, dude. That's behind a paywall right there. That's a perk. This is not a perk. This is a kick in the nuts in the back alley. Look at this. They took away. What happened? Imagine Sony took away 2 games from their service. Oh, give me my slow clap. We won. Xbox is back. They just took away 2 360 games and they give you 2 bogus ass Xbox One games.
Yeah, I was looking in the chat and I keep seeing these people bring up the fact that Sony said they can't make a COD, right?
Oh, let's still talk about these.
Do you realize no one can make a COD?
Grinders.
Nope.
The fuck is wrong with you? Like, people have tried. Battlefield has been trying for years.
How many people? How many people worked on goddamn COD? They showed you that 10 studios. The whole goddamn company worked on it. Even the janitor.
And it's so crazy because you're making this as a way to say that Sony can't make a quality game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the simple fact of the matter is Microsoft is trying to buy them. So clearly they can't make one either. What the fuck is you talking about?
Exactly.
Yo, I laugh when I see these dumbass niggas show up and start saying stupid shit, dog.
Hey,
I don't think
they don't think what they say, man.
Yeah, I don't think they think about what the hell they saying, dude. Like everybody has tried to make a COD, even Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Remember X Defiant? No.
Ubisoft made that first person shooter?
Yeah.
They made a shooter.
Far Cry?
I don't know what it is. It's
not
Defiant X or something like that. Or X Defiant.
Not Cross.
Yeah, X Defiant. Yeah, it's called Defiant X or something like that, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
That was basically like their take on COD. That was their take on COD.
But it was actually really good. I ain't gonna even lie to you. They did a good job on that.
Yeah, it's just that market is, and Sony can always do something that's different. It doesn't have to be definitively the same thing as COD. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think X Defiant was basically like Tom Clancy's X Defiant. I think that was like their take on it, on like a COD type like style game, but it never took off like it should have. Just like Google Stadia, it never really took off, and it's just it's sad.
Frog, we got a request here, Frog. $4.99 from Double R. He says, Jed, split this fight with Frogs. I got to play the Game Pass song, and you got to sing it.
Oh, by the way, I am making a Game Pass song.
Oh
yes.
I don't think Xbox are gonna like this song.
Hey, let me say something to you, Stick, man. I think I've told you Interactions before, but man, I'm telling you guys this. Since I got you here, man, you guys hit your podcast hit at the right time every time. I was going through that whole hurricane, got my power back, man. Podcast hit at the right time. I was like, nah, I'm cleaning up. I need something to listen to.
That's what I've been listening to.
Bam, here comes Sick Humor. I'm like, yes, Sick to the rest. Every time, man, I'm going through something. I'm like, man, I just need something to kind of like focus on something else so I can do this. Here come either Sick or here come fucking King Thrash, and I'm like, yes, man, you guys hit. You guys always hit the perfect time. I ain't gonna even lie
to you. Sometimes I don't even be like, I just don't be feeling it, bro. I just
right.
That's what I'll just
and there's something, dude. You know what your best ones are? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, I had a pretty crazy day. I'm not sleepy. I can't sleep. Next thing I know, it's freaking 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Here comes Sick Humor. I'm like, yes. I needed this. I'm like, I needed this.
They want the
I'm like,
Stadia funeral anthem. Sick.
yeah.
Nah,
He's not gonna waste his. He's not gonna waste his shit on that.
Oh,
He's
that's
on
another
that.
topic that I would have.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. But Frog,
one.
sing
Oh
the
my
Game
God.
Pass song. We got Grinders in there. Want to sing the Game Pass song? So I'm gonna do it. Frog, sing your best.
All right, go ahead.
There we go.
Oh, and second on two. Second on two. 12 minutes and 8.
I'll hear you. I'm lowering it. I want to hear you sing. Play to Requiem. Yeah. And what's the playlist? Cause it's all on Game Pass. Oh yeah.
Like Bon Jovi.
I was a little lower. I was lower to make sure you
Like
sing.
Bon Jovi. Every time I hear that song, I think of Bon Jovi or White Snake or something.
Bon Booty. Bon Booty. It's Bon Booty.
Oh, yeah. Hey, their snake's all right. This snake's oil.
I came looking for booty.
So anyway, so the last thing with the games of gold, dude, this is yeah, so they took away 2 games, so you don't get 360 games anymore. So this was their first month of giving you 2 games. Windbound and Bomber Crew Deluxe. Windbound apparently is $20 and Bomber Crew is $25. This is what they're doing, and you got to wait for them too. So Windbound comes out from October 1st to the 31st, and for those who really are super excited, unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till October 16th to play the banger of a game, Bomber Crew Deluxe Edition. You got to wait till the 16th.
Frog Jovi.
Frog Jovi. John Bon Booty.
I know you were trying to be nice, Jazz, but Grounded sucks, bro.
Yeah, that game is not that great.
I played it 2 years ago.
Great,
I played it, and then they had the mosquitoes. I don't like mosquitoes. Yeah, Grounded is. Well, it's so weird. 13 goddamn. The thing is I didn't play it enough. Maybe 1.0 version is better than whatever. I'm not even gonna waste my time with it because I don't like building houses with grass.
No, I mean, that game
let
is.
me tell you, being like the guy Cole Eastwood, right?
Oh God,
clown.
You have to be extremely just like. You have to be mentally incapable of thinking for yourself.
Not real, dude. It's fake. It's a persona. It has to be.
The reason why... No, I'm not talking about Cole Eastwood. I'm talking about the ones that listen to him. The reason why
gotcha. Yeah.
is because you see the huge discrepancy once you click on the Metacritic for these games. It's a very big difference between the amount of reviews that PlayStation games get, big, small, or whatnot, versus, because remember when Destruction All-Stars, when it released, that shit was it was what you would consider a fucking beta to be, dog. Like they gave that game no leeway to grow, no nothing. They jumped out
should
of the
name it 1.0.
You know, with all of these games that Xbox be releasing, dog, they give them days. They give them days.
Yep.
Oh, you know, we need to play it. We need to do this. We need to, man. The second that game dropped, the second the NDA release, reviews was up. I was like, oh, that's crazy, dog. Yeah. And there was no first review, second review, third review, and shit like that. Nope. There is no, we gonna go back and change our scores once the game improves. There was none of that. Again, like I said, you know it's a clear agenda against PlayStation, but it's not helping Xbox. It's actually just allowing them to continue to provide bullshit to their consumers. So the consumers should be the ones that's mad, because now it looks like this is what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because they let the reviewers
1.0
consumers.
And that's what I said. Like, how do you give a 9 to a game that says Grounded 1.0? I'm like, well, just call it Grounded. What do you mean 1.0? Like, is that because if there's anything that's lacking, like, what the hell does that mean? Like, but you're right. They just let this thing just sit out there. Oh, give it time. Just like all the fools with Halo. They gave Halos 8, 9s, and the game didn't have anything in it. They told you before all the stuff missing out of Halo, and you still go, oh, well, it's not a bad shooter. It's an 87. What? They told you all the shit that's not in it, and it's coming later. You don't give a little leave room in your review for that? You just go to the top?
Yeah, we know why they're doing that, though. There's a
Oh,
clear
I
reason
know
why.
why. Because you got to root for the underdog, but guess what? Xbox is no Rocky. God damn, it's Thunder Hips or Thunder Lips. God damn it. Xbox is no Rocky. They didn't even do the montage training yet. They got to release goddamn games. They're not doing shit. Oh, they released Grounded. Yeah, it released Grounded 2 years ago and fixed it 2 years later and added a campaign that should have been in there 2 years ago. You should be playing Grounded 2 right now, not Grounded 1.0.
Did they fix it though?
Who the hell knows? They added bees and mosquitoes a year ago. They fixed my
I can
ass.
guarantee you, if I was to load that game up right now, it'll be the same bullshit that was there 2 years ago.
It would.
Yeah, it will probably.
I'm willing to bet you. I'm willing to bet you.
I'm not
The
betting
shit
that.
still
I ain't
runs
sure.
the same. I'm willing to bet you it still runs the same. I'm willing to bet you it's still unoptimized. I'm willing to bet you it's still fucking boring as fuck. I'm willing to bet all of that. I'm willing to put money on that. And I haven't played it. So this is just me telling you what I know Microsoft is doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's just like they still have the beta on xCloud or whatever it is. Games in the cloud or whatever. It's still a beta. The 3 years or 4 years in. So like what? So they could just say, hey, we're still in beta. So what? You could kill it, or you could like why? It's fully functional. What are you talking about? It's beta. Because you have all the games in there. Makes no sense.
Nah. That's what PlayStation need to do. They need to
I
start
know.
saying everything is a fucking beta that comes out.
Exactly.
Especially when they start putting out these games as a service games, because then you put them on the fucking you put them in the hot seat. Because now you have to explain why one person says it's a beta, you don't review it. Another person says it's a beta, you jump to review it. You have to explain that now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Just put it as a beta, and that's your free pass. Like you could do whatever you want. You can say, "Oh, thanks, we heard you." Like Halo Infinite, man. I'm surprised they missed that opportunity. They came out of beta. They launched it in a beta in November, and they could have kept it in beta, and they probably would have get less heat. Like, oh, it's still a beta, but they dropped it. Speaking of that, look at this trash. This is what you're getting here with Halo. Holy crap! Now this is what they're doing. Now this is the new map that the developer is giving you. We're going to do the Halo sad songs, and then we're going to go right into the cloud. But this is what Halo's giving you, right? This is the new map in Halo Infinite that's going to be for the side-by-side of Halo Infinite Pit, right? This is what happens. They are building it with the in-game assets of Forge, and they're doing this is their map. This is not a fan-made map. This is one of the maps that's coming into Winter Solstice. Winter is coming. Look at the difference of how a stupid-ass Forge map is not the same. Look at this. This is what they're giving you. It looks like a goddamn Taco Bell commercial. It's like I'm running around the pit at Taco Bell.
It looked like they built that in
They did. They built it in Forge. This is a developer map for you. Sick for you.
No, they looked like they built it in the world of Crackdown.
Right? It does like Crackdown. And they built it in Forge too. Like this, look at this. There's no life to it. There's nothing to it. It looks like something yeah, exactly. The dude, like this is what it is. There's no texture. This is the maps that you're gonna get from Halo. They're Forge maps. But the layout is similar to the pit, to the old maps. This is what they're doing.
Who created this though? This was made by the developer.
This is one of the two maps that they're releasing. 343 is releasing to you using Forge, because Forge is going to launch in beta later this year in winter, but the map to the matchmaking is not going to come out till March of next year. So you can't play on any Forge maps unless somebody shares a code with you and you want to run around it. So there's no matchmaking with custom maps. But they're doing two maps, 343. The company itself, the developer, is giving you two maps. This is one of them.
The other map looks, the one on the left actually looks better because it has all the textures.
That's
and
Halo
the
2.
shit. Huh?
That's Halo
Oh.
2. That
Yeah.
map is Halo 3. The map is Halo 3, and then Halo Infinite is the Forge version of it. This is what they're doing. They're using the tools that they built to make you the maps of the, rather than taking the pit and remastering it and making it up to date for Halo Infinite, they are using Forge to recreate the Halo 3 map. That's lazy ass. Remember, do more with less. Remember Satya's famous words. more with
You're my
less.
number one
The
customer.
textures look better in the older version because you can see all the ridges and everything like that. Like it looks like something that could possibly be real. This on the right side, it definitely looks like something out of a video game, but it looks like something out of like Crackdown with all the neon lights and shit. Like
It's not even it's not even the same feel of the original one. It's a
Not
rundown
at all.
warehouse, and the other one looks like a Neo Taco Bell. Somebody said put the Taco Bell dog in there, and it's perfect. Thank you, Twisted Sync. Yeah, put the Taco Bell dog. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Hey, put him in there. But like this is like you didn't even capture because this is what they're using. They're using plain tools to, and this is what Halo actually 5 turned into because they didn't make any more maps. They made the community make the maps. So they're just using the same flat texture things to build the structure, but they're not building the map itself. And you know, this is what you're getting. This is one of their maps. So this is the best you're gonna get from Forge from right now because this is 343. They're giving you 2 maps after over a year. They're giving you 2 maps. There you go.
The only thing is that the textures look flat. That's the only problem that I have with it. Truly, it doesn't look as rugged and rough as the one on the left side. That's kind of it. Like I believe on the left side that's a rundown warehouse. You know what I mean? On the right side, that looks like some futuristic. I don't know, like a futuristic something, like a futuristic battle arena or something.
It makes no sense. And here's some screenshots from it. Like, see, it's not even. It's just it's like, oh yeah, you remember it. The layout is the same thing, but it's like, you know, you're playing on these maps. It's just, and then this goes into the rumors here, and I'm really not really gonna go too much because again, I think there's some stuff going on here. But one of the things I wanted to point out with these Halo rumors that came out, is that
hey, what the fuck was that?
what that dildo thing, that Xbox, this thing. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Is that real? What is that in Spencer's or something?
No, that's actually, I don't know what the hell this is. This is an XL Icons flow lamp.
That's real? No, they didn't make no design.
That is Phil Ness. I don't know what that is. The personification of Phil Ness right there. I don't know what I think somebody added this to it. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Oh, I got another thing.
Well, it wasn't always pretty for comic books after your TV show.
It's on Game Pass dong. Dude, hear this lady. This is funny too.
But that said, after decades of struggling, although it wasn't always pretty for comic books either, video games are finally finding some success.
She's talking about The Last of Us.
You've got Sonic doing extremely well. You have Mortal Kombat back again in the movie and TV space. They're making the sequel, one of the very big hits for HBO Max during the pandemic.
You know,
although still it's not always a slam dunk. Halo has really crashed and burned for Showtime. It's on Showtime, right? Nobody watches Halo. I'm sure someone's like, I watch Halo. Well, you don't have a lot of company. Now, your TV show.
The Halo
but that
Master
said,
Chiefs. I just thought that was funny. With the Halo Master Cheeks thing. But anyway, guess what? Halo basically the rumors now are saying that Halo is basically like Halo, what it is right now is kind of dead. And now they're working on certain Affinity is working on the Battle Royale Halo. And it's not going to be in the same engine. It's going to be in Unreal. They're getting rid of Slipspace, but it's not going to be next year like Bootleg Jez was saying. It's actually going to be maybe 24, 25 down the line.
Wait,
dude, what are we
getting? Bonnie Ross the one that said they redid the entire engine for Slipspace or whatever?
Yeah.
Apparently,
apparently her out, or they're saying that the rumor was that she wasn't fired, but she was going to come back and lead Activision, which I know that's horrible. But apparently, damn, right? But I could see Microsoft doing that, putting her in charge of that grab-assing studio because they have such bad. And know what else is funny? I was thinking about this Activision thing. Ever since that whole all that legal shit that came out with him grab-assing and all that other stuff, it's amazing how they just swept that under the carpet, and now it's them just buying Activision. All that negativity, all that shit that was going on in Activision, like when it blew up, it kind of just like fizzed out real quick when Microsoft was like, we're interested in buying them. I just think it's so funny how this company just got this whole like hall pass with all the bullshit that they're doing. They're settling out. Kodak's still there, and it's all about just them buying them.
I have so many theories about that, Jez.
Yeah,
I
I know.
promise you, and I've been saying it for the longest. They sick the wolves on them. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, all the yellow chair guys just started dog piling on Activision, bro.
What was that thing on Star Wars?
As soon as that announcement came, they all backed off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Exactly. Satya activated Order 66. He's like activate. He's like,
nah, it's clear they control the media, bro.
Yeah, they did. No, they did, because it's amazing how all that stuff about them now, and what's hilarious is that it all falls under just Kodak as the bad person. And what about all those other people? There was no repercussions. There's no other people that actually did the deeds that they're not out. It's just the one person who knew about it. And once he's gone, then it's all clean in there. Bullshit. That shit runs real deep, and nobody is even bringing that up. And they're looking at this Activision deal like it's this thing is not clean as hell, man. This thing is a shithole. This is they're inheriting a goddamn dirty diaper. That's what they're getting. But anyway, back to talk about dirty diapers. 343. Apparently they're scrapping shit space engine. They want to use Unreal, but it's not coming to 2024, 2025. Some Halo Battle Royale. Who cares? But this is apparently now is the 10-year plan of Halo Infinite was a joke. It was a joke. Apparently, they can't get their season straight. But I'm telling you right now, these people at the helm right now, Bonnie Ross leaving is not going to fix this place. Microsoft management getting out the door is going to fix it.
Imagine Bonnie Ross leaving Halo and going to fuck up.
Dude, I know. Imagine Bonnie Ross is going to, once they fire Kodak or get rid of him, Kodak.
They're not getting rid of him.
But yeah, he's going to be on the board or whatever like that, sitting right next to Bill Gates. And then she takes over Activision. Please. Halo, Call of Duty will run even faster into the ground than it already is right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think that Activision deal going through, bro.
Yeah, somebody just did a super chat here. They said that Khalib Kaiser with the 5, he goes, European Union is jumping in on the investigation of Microsoft purchase of the Activision Blizzard. Dude,
yeah, but that ain't even the reason why I think it's not gonna go through. Not at all.
You think the Stadia
I think it's
thing?
not gonna go through. They pissed off way too many people, bro. So when you come to other players in the tech field and shit like that,
yeah,
they're not gonna speak very highly if you destroyed, the thing that they were trying to build. And that's what they're blaming them for too, anyway.
Yeah. And I think that Stadia thing too, like what Phil Harrison said, the Mothman himself, about like how that Bethesda thing really shook up Stadia. Because if you remember, right after they bought the Bethesda thing, that's when Stadia was like dropping its first party. Like it kind of was like on its way down. It launched on its way down, but like it was definitely a thing. And I wonder if they were interested in buying Bethesda and Microsoft like swooped under them and took it.
There was rumors of it.
Yeah, always crazy. But yeah, so it is crazy, right? So since we're talking about acquisitions, because another thing in the news was that Xbox is not done. They're still going to keep buying and buying. They're not done, right? I found a little clip for everybody. Oh, this is a good one. Get ready for this one. Ready? We got this. So, I didn't send this to Frog. So, here we go. I'm going to put this over here, right? Get ready to timestamp this
for
thing.
me. Sure.
So, here we go. Ed Freeze, one of the founding fathers of the Xbox, right? This whole thing with Microsoft wants to buy Japanese studios. Oh, they're going to buy them. They're in talks. They're going to buy them. Listen to this okie dokie shit. Ready? Ed Freeze. Notice his age, actually, in this. Here what Ryan McCaffrey interviews him. We're talking about Microsoft buying studios. Hit that like button, everybody. We're over 200 people on an afternoon. No brunch. No mimosas. Just fire and facts. And thanks to Sick for being here and Frogs bearing the hurricanes. You guys down there. Now, we got Ed Freeze right here. Listen to what he says.
Who is Ed Freeze?
Can you just...
He's one of the founding fathers of Xbox. Back in the 360, the Xbox era, when they were proposing, he ran basically Phil's job early on. Like, he was like the first.
He was the Seamus people.
Yes, he was part of the Seamus group. So listen, he had to say.
Spell an old rumor for me,
Sure.
and that's Did Microsoft ever consider or attempt to buy Nintendo? Was there ever anything to that old rumor? This is going to be good because you're taking time to answer it. You're gathering your thoughts. I like this.
When we first started thinking about doing Xbox, we met with Nintendo. And we sat down with Iwata and others, and we said, this is what we want to do. Could we do it? Could we partner? Could we work together on this? Yeah. And basically they said no. It was like, we could do the software, the networking stuff, you guys could do the hardware, we could team up, put out a product together. They said no. Then Bill met with Sony, same deal. Can we work together? Can we partner? And they said no. So that is true.
Interesting.
Actually, if anyone thought about buying Nintendo, I never heard that.
So if anybody ever thought about buying Nintendo, he never heard that. But guess who heard that? The goddamn Grindhouse, because here he is, everybody. Let's hear what he has to say about this.
3D world, and you can make him go wherever you want.
As we began to understand the business model, we really
There he
appreciated
is.
Nintendo. People don't buy consoles, they buy games. They want to play Mario, they want to play Pokemon, they want to play Zelda.
Accepting the award for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time will be Shigeru Miyamoto.
And you look at Nintendo and you find the Spielberg of the video game industry and Miyamoto, and you go, wow, this guy's unbelievable.
Thank you very much.
I knew I could convince Microsoft to outright buy Nintendo. And it would be an amazing accomplishment because it's the national treasure of Japan.
So if you buy Nintendo, you get credibility in the Japanese market. You maybe even get Miyamoto.
Was there a way to make that happen?
He never heard that, but he's like, I can outright convince Microsoft to buy Nintendo. Here's this freaking quote right here.
Buy Nintendo.
This clown. This is them, man. This is them. They're a piece of shit. This is them. It drives me insane that they're so soulless and just garbage. They pushed so hard for a stupid console that they were going to make and then realize they got no games. And then they go, okay, let's partner with Nintendo. We'll get credibility there. Oh, let's go play with Sony. And then he's like sitting here going, I can outright convince them to buy Nintendo. Meanwhile, this clown is sitting on this thing.
Sure.
Here he is.
Microsoft, I never heard that.
Never heard
Actually,
it.
If anyone thought about buying Nintendo, I never heard that.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
And you look at Nintendo and you find the Microsoft to outright buy Nintendo. I knew I could convince Microsoft to outright buy Nintendo. I mean, it would be an amazing accomplishment.
I never heard that.
Because it's
What the hell? Do you hear this stuff? Do you see? And you know what's crazy? This is Xbox Power On, the story of Xbox from the Xbox channel. This is what's crazy. This is not no fan. This is basically this. And you hear the mentality. Then you listen to her.
the national treasure.
It's a national treasure. Then hear what she says, right? Now tell me, Sick and Frogs. I'm going to tell you what she said if you can't hear it. She hears good, yes. So if you buy Nintendo, you get credibility in the Japanese market.
Credibility in the Japanese market. You maybe.
Explain to me how you buy the national treasure of video gaming in Japan as an American company, and you, the company buying them, get credibility in the Japanese market.
Well, that's how they got credibility in the Western market. We bought Bethesda now.
Well, that's what they're doing now. But is it real credibility? Is it real? Is it?
Hey, listen, it's credibility that they can use. They literally said we bought Minecraft and now we're the biggest publisher on Nintendo, biggest publisher on PlayStation.
They got that message, right?
Yeah, listen, that's your boy Phil. Your boy Phil walked out and said that stupid shit. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, y'all didn't build shit. Y'all didn't build nothing. Y'all had nothing to do with Mojang becoming successful. Not a single thing. Y'all didn't even y'all had no success in even making Bethesda games successful. That was PlayStation, nigga. Now you got people touting scores from fucking PlayStation with goddamn Bethesda games. Dog, it's funny as shit, dog. I'm sorry. It's the funniest
Yeah,
thing.
and what's crazy is like you even see the list of these people, like including games like Doom Eternal on an Xbox quality list. I'm like, what? What? Xbox didn't even have it. That wasn't even a timed exclusive. Xbox didn't even have a finger on that shit. What do you mean now it's an Xbox exclusive because they bought it? Now their name is on it. Years like, what are you talking about? It makes no goddamn sense.
That's the thing. Nobody respects Xbox.
No,
not a single fucking company respects Xbox.
Nope.
But it's funny because they know this just by the statement that you played. They want to get credibility by purchasing established companies, but that's exactly what his name was. Steve Jobs was saying.
Yeah,
they're not creative at all.
Nope.
Nothing they do is creative. Nothing is creative or innovative or nothing. They literally haven't had a hand in any of the successes that they have had. It's all come from other people. It came from Epic when it came to Gears. It came from not Bungie when it came to Halo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where they got their successes, but it wasn't because they did something. It was because those people, those creators were creative.
Yeah.
And
they just bought them. Yeah.
Whereas you hear the complete opposite on the other side of the ring. Sony cultivates these studios. They basically work hand in hand with them to make sure that, you know, what they're putting out is something of quality. You know what I mean? Whereas these motherfuckers are like, just make the cheapest product you can, and we gonna throw this in the service.
Exactly, and that's what Satya said in his interview last week that nobody even brought up about, like him saying we're doing more with less. That's the same thing that the Fable devs said. They want to do more with less. They want to do the Minecraft approach. They didn't have to do anything with Minecraft. That's why Matt Booty, the head of Minecraft, is leading all their other studios. It's just do what you're gonna do. Like, I'm gonna do more with less. Keep the lights on. Just let it make money, and we got to do a little skin here or there, and we call it a day. Like, it's half-ass approach, half measures. That's what they're doing. And the mentality of them just saying, well, we're going to get insta credibility by buying these companies, they're forgetting the soul, the passion, the fan base. People are going to see through that. You don't just get it by buying. You might get the IPs and stuff, but is it the same IP? Was Conker, Perfect Dark, all these the same under you? Was Rare the same under you than they were with Nintendo? No, all their hits are from Nintendo. They were never with you, except you want to call Sea of Thieves a game that lasts 10 goddamn years and maybe people play it as a hit, but it's nowhere near what GoldenEye was and Perfect Dark and with the Conker and Banjo-Kazooie and all that stuff that Rare got its name. Donkey Kong and all that other stuff. Rare is not the same under Microsoft that it was under Nintendo. And I'm going to tell you, Bethesda's not going to be the same either. And Activision's not going to be the same. Because the
point with all of this, though, Jez, to be quite frank, is that when they say, let's compete, because those are the words that your guy, Satya Nadella, used, right?
Let us compete.
You're not competing. Everything that you were getting from Bethesda, you were going to get anyway.
Exactly.
Everything from Ninja Theory, you were going to get anyway. Everything from Compulsion, you were going to get anyway. Everything, if this Activision thing goes through, you were going to get anyway.
Exactly.
So your whole point is, we know you popularized this shit, but now we want to take it away. And we want to play like we made this shit great.
Exactly. And we made it. And our name is associated with this. We did nothing for it, but we're just going to slap our name on it. And
exactly. If that's what y'all call competing, then y'all don't know what competing is.
Exactly.
Competing is not getting on a racetrack. Let's just say you got Usain Bolt and what's that girl? Sherry something?
Oh no.
Sharik, no. You know, the fucking girl who was running and smoked weed and then they fucking suspended her or some shit.
Oh damn. No.
I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name. But let's just say you put both of them on the track, but you tell the girl she got to stand 20 feet behind.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
How the fuck is that? That's not competing. That's not competing at all. Competing is when you stand toe to toe and then you go for the goal.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that-
like it's like two football teams gonna play. We're gonna compete with each other, and then the Microsoft team is like, I'm gonna buy the stadium, and my field goal post is gonna be closer to me. And it's just like, dude, you're not competing on the same playing field. And people promote this. People are excited about. They think that this is great that Microsoft is buying stuff. And I'm like, do you realize this is a race to the bottom because they're not buying to put new games out there. People are like, oh, they're going to buy Activision and bring back Crash Bandicoot. I'm like, no, they're not. They're only buying these companies to force their shit through Game Pass because these companies would have never put their games in Game Pass if it was up to just the industry. They accelerating this because that's why I don't like the whole them just buying stuff because they're forcing a model that benefits them and causes us to get 1.0, all this trash and all this other stuff. You know?
I'm going to be real with you, though. I really don't have a problem with Microsoft. My issue is more with Activision themselves.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you why. You know what Microsoft's plans is for this company. So you're basically saying, fuck all the PlayStation fans that made you all this money.
Pretty much, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to agree to this. This wasn't something where Microsoft just went to them and was like, yo, you gonna take this money and I'm gonna buy you. No, they talked it out. They told them what their plans were, and the shareholders, the fucking isn't Bobby Kotick, isn't he like the founding one of the founding fathers
he's like
of that shit?
yeah,
like the creator or something.
Yep.
He said, oh yeah, fuck that Japanese company, my nigga. Let's do our thing. Nigga, US to the USA. That's what he said. So really, having a problem with Microsoft isn't the real issue, bruh. It's I have a problem with Activision. I think I have a bigger problem with Activision than Microsoft. Microsoft just gave them the opportunity to accept.
Oh, in that situation,
they had to accept that. They had to. Yeah, they had to accept it, and they knew how it would affect it. Same thing with Bethesda. Exact same thing with Bethesda.
Yeah, and they've been buying. And what's crazy is that they're not buying these things on their publishers or even the studios at the top of their game. They're buying them like where they need that meal ticket, they need that hand me out, they need that Microsoft money that
Not
reach out.
Activision.
You know,
Activision didn't need that, dog.
well, Activision I think was on the. I think Activision was they were gonna have to do a huge shakeup to get their image back. I think that they were gonna have to do that, but I think that Microsoft just gave them an easy out for this whole thing because I think they were gonna have to do something. Like I don't think Kodak would be there if Microsoft never bought them. He would have been out by Christmas. They would have voted him out because they had to change the imaging for that whole company. But hold on, I got to play the Game Pass song. I got to go grab something. Hold on a second.
Oh, it's Second Ops 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Playground Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. 2 ground, true and true. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among Us, The Ascent, and more.
Things are coming fast. 12 seconds and Hades. It's all on Game Pass.
It's all on Game Pass. That was a commercial break right there. We're sponsored by Game Pass and Phil Spencer. So going into this cloud thing, so like, dude, this Stadia stuff. Oh man, I just watched Thrash's video about it, and I told I see people celebrating that this is a win for Xbox Cloud. This is not a W. This is a proof that nobody wants this shit.
Hey. Who made that song, dog?
I don't know, man. It was a Grindhouse exclusive. I found it. But dude, like I'm saying, nobody. The fact that Google Stadia is refunding everybody, like pretending like this thing never existed. Like this was a never. They're not even a has been. There never was.
Well, here's the thing, man. We all saw the writing on the wall.
Oh hell
for
yeah,
Stadia, bro. Every single person, not a single person was surprised by this. to be honest with you, I think more people were surprised that it took this long for it to happen, right?
Yep.
Because they really tried to make this shit survive. The thing is, the value proposition, and I said this probably like a year or two ago. I said the value proposition just isn't there for Stadia, dog. It just isn't, bro. You telling me to pay full price for some shit that I can only access if my internet is working.
Exactly.
That makes absolutely fuck all sense. You're telling me that I don't have any install time. You right, because I don't have anything physical, nigga. Like
you don't own it, dude. You rented it for all these years. You have nothing. They're giving you it all back, you know. And that's the thing. Like they're giving you don't. And that's another concept that it's so freaky about this model that everybody says is the future. It's like, dude, they shut down this service. You lose everything. All those years of progress and stuff, it's gone. You're halfway through a game. Your backlog. You don't have a backlog anymore. It's the Instacure. It's gone.
Yo, imagine the people who were Stadia only, dog.
Dude, I'm saying, like, yeah, like, just imagine if this was the future, and then all of a sudden a company's just like, yo, it wasn't going for us. You're done. We're done. Of your whole library, everything that you've done, your trophies that you're celebrating, your Stadia point achievement lists or whatever, like, it's gone in a blink of an eye because it was and never was. It was a cloud. That's exactly what it was. Everything, your progress, your gaming history, your save files, gone. Because they own 4K.
It. You had to pay for 4K.
You had to pay for 4K streaming. But this is the scary issue about not owning games. Like, yes, digital does have its things, but still, there's some sort of ownership there. But this cloud stuff, you don't even have anything. Like, it's gone. You don't even have a save state. And that's why they're funding the shit back.
This shit is so funny, Jazz. It's just, and people tried to make this shit make sense, dog.
No.
I was like, it never made sense.
It never made sense.
I remember having, shout out to my man J-Dub. I remember having a conversation with J-Dub. I said, Dub, bro. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about with this Stadia shit?
No, man.
I remember him telling me, man, you know, it worked good for me, especially when I'm on the road, man. He was like, when I'm on the road, man, you know, I could just, instead of taking the whole console, I could just plug this shit into the TV in the hotel. I said, you know what? Okay, that makes sense for when you're on the road, but these hotels don't be having the best Wi-Fi, dog.
No,
so
they don't. And you
got
to pay extra. That was hilarious. Like, Phil was talking about that G Cloud, and Amanda Pemberton goes, cancel those G Cloud pre-orders. Yeah, cloud gaming console coming out. They killed one of the cloud gaming services. But no wonder G Cloud didn't have Stadia on it, because it was probably not going to be on there. It was an Android tablet. But there was hotel Wi-Fi. Phil's like, oh, I'm using a hotel Wi-Fi. You got to pay extra to stream like video on there, because they only give you enough for like email. Like, and even that is still slow as hell. And I said this before about why this was dead. I said that because this whole thing, and now the one difference though was that that Stadia wasn't really trying to grab the mobile phone audience, because they kind of got that already with Android and Google Play Store. They were trying to make this kind of like a computer alternative for a weak computer, a Chromebook, or a console type experience on their thing. Microsoft, on the other hand, is using cloud to try to grasp the phone audience. That is a fail in its own, because that depends solely on the providers, your AT&Ts, your Verizons, your T-Mobiles, and they're never going to give you the speeds that you need to even make this a playable, because unless you're going to be paying for a new tier or whatever. But everybody was hyping up 5G. What happened?
You know what's wrong with this? You know what's absolutely wrong with this entire cloud thing, dog?
But
like, for real, and I don't know if a lot of people think about this or think of it like this, but when it comes to cloud gaming, nobody really cares about that shit on cell phones.
No.
My wife, she plays mobile games on the phone.
Exactly.
But she plays mobile. She plays those fucking like what's that shit called?
Farmville?
Heyday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Heyday. She plays shit like that where you gotta cook food and grow food and wait, you know, hours to do the next fucking
real time
thing,
hours.
Yo, she plays shit
real
like
time
that,
hours.
So where Microsoft has it twisted is they think that they're gonna capture the mobile market. They're not.
No way.
They're not. You're gonna capture the same people who already play your shit.
Exactly. That's exactly what's gonna happen because, dude, like that, and that's the whole point about these phones are getting more and more powerful with faster Snapdragon processors and all this other stuff. And the games could be played natively on a phone that are made for touchscreen. There's a reason why Call of Duty, the hitboxes, the interaction is made for a touchscreen because the game was made to run on a phone. You're not taking a console game that's dependent on controllers, slapping touch buttons on a screen, and thinking you're going to have the same experience. That game is built for an analog stick. The hitboxes, the game design, the UI, it's all built to be on a TV because it's a console game. It's not a cell phone game. When you have a game built for an input device, they have bigger hitboxes. They got bigger buttons. They got swipe down menus. All these things that facilitate the use on a touch screen. Nobody wants to play a game made for a PC, made for a console that requires 8 buttons, 4 shoulder pads, 4 face pads, 2 analog sticks, clicking R1 and R3 and L3 to put that kind of manipulation on a phone. And I said this before. The problem is, as soon as you have to add accessories like the Kishi controllers and the strap-ons all to your phones, that eliminates the whole idea of a mobile phone use case. You want to pull it out of your pocket and play something, do something. You don't want to worry about if your Kishi is charged up, if your strap-on works. Nobody cares. You're not doing that stuff. Look at headphones. They put earbuds in your ear because people didn't want to walk around with goddamn big-ass headphones over their head. That's
your Logitech Leapfrog got internet service.
Yeah, no, and then now you're gonna go buy a budget ass goddamn kid's tablet with some friggin' buttons on it that doesn't have 5G on it. It only has Wi-Fi. So once you leave your house, the thing's useless unless you want to play Android games, and it does the same thing to your phone.
Yeah, I was watching my man fucking Hip Hop Gamer play it on because I think he's sponsored by Logitech. He was like, "Yo, this is crazy." Son.
Yeah, he's sponsored by
Wait. Yeah, what?
I had that video by that guy, what the hell's his name? That guy, the hype guy. Holy shit. He's like the Flavor of unboxing. What the hell is his name is? Goddamn, the Call Weather. What the hell's his freaking name? I showed him opening up that Logitech G thing last week, man. And he's like, this is great. Oh my God. Like, he's like, all like just going hyped about it. I'm like, dude, like, please. They sent me this.
I mean, the thing is, man, like, if y'all enjoy like this cloud gaming shit, man, more power to you, dog. But I just don't see it being the future, man. Like, I'm gonna be as honest as I possibly can. The future of gaming is making a better product, a better product than what you have right now. Making a subpar product or experience just to be like it's mobile is stupid, man. That's why I think PlayStation strategy, and y'all can give up on PlayStation making another mobile device. They have no reason to. They have no use to. You know why? Because the Steam Deck, guess what? All they got to do is get their shit Steam Deck certified, bruh.
Yep.
Why do I need to make a handheld if I can just put my shit there?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a done deal. So see, y'all shouldn't have shitted on the fucking the handheld that they did put out. If you didn't shit on it, guess what? There would have been another iteration and it would have got better. But everybody decided that they didn't want to play console level games on the go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the Switch come out and then they switched. Now they want to play console level games on the go. So y'all fucked over PlayStation. Now y'all mad that PlayStation ain't moving. And Nintendo don't give a fuck about none of y'all.
No.
Nigga, they sold y'all a Wii U 2.0, nigga.
Exactly.
That's exactly what the
you
Switch
see what
is.
Nintendo did though is they embraced the mobile processor. They didn't go with like more power AMD or anything like how PlayStation and Xbox. They went. That's a mobile tablet right there. That is an X1. That's a cell phone basically. That Switch. But the thing is that Nintendo makes those kind of games that they could use, and they are pretty genius with using like weak power to make. It's the gameplay with Nintendo. It never was the incredible graphics, and they got their niche. They got what they could do, but only Nintendo could kind of do that. Like Sony's not going to try to squeeze The Last of Us 2 on a goddamn PSP. But I tell you, the attempts that they made with Uncharted and stuff like that, like they were nice alternatives and new games and new stories that they could expand it on the console ones. It was a new way, another way of playing, which was definitely a cool way to do that. But this whole like, I'm gonna take this, and this was always the problem with Phil, was that he would say this one game is gonna satisfy your PC gamer, the console gamer, and the mobile gamer, and it's like, dude, no. And he'll be like, look at Minecraft. Like those are the exceptions, not the rule. And you're not gonna make that. Like you're not gonna have that Minecraft type experience, with every game. Like Grounded is not gonna be that. And this whole cloud stuff. Dude, I said two things were going to happen. And I was trying to find my video. Google came out prior to xCloud. I said, first things first. One thing's going to happen is that Google is going to come out and be incredible and be the leader in cloud gaming, and Xbox will have to catch up to them. Or Google's going to come out and prove that nobody wants cloud gaming and is going to kill the whole Xbox is going to be part of that. There never was. There never was a streaming war. There was never a battle. And Xbox, I would really like to see how successful cloud gaming is when you unpatch it from Xbox Game Pass. Because right now it's just it's one of those things where it's like it's exactly how they throw the cell phone in the triple play for Comcast. Oh yeah, take the phone. There it is. Who's paying for a phone by itself? Nobody. But they'll throw the phone in with your cable and internet. There it is. That's what streaming is right now.
Oh yeah, no, I hate that shit too because I don't watch TV at all. I ain't gonna even lie.
Here's
to you,
your
bro.
phone.
I don't even know what my channels are anymore, bro. I have no idea what channels.
Remember the landline phones, man? They would throw them into the triple play, and then you'd be like, I don't use my phone. I want to get rid of it. I'm like, okay, well your price is double now. I'm like, what? How's that make sense? I'm taking away something.
Comcast.
Yeah, exactly. Comcast does that shit all the time. Yeah, I'm like, wait, I'm taking away. I'm going down to double play, but double play is more than triple play. What the hell are you talking about? Like, oh yeah, it's unbundled. You're in trouble now.
See, you have a special kind of sub in your chat right now. This man said,
"Uh-oh,"
and I quote, Jez,
"Uh-oh,
Steam Deck is better than the Vita ever was." No shit. A 2012 device is not better than a 2022 device with better hardware? No, dog. Yo, like this man is a genius, dog. Like I just really I don't understand why this man doesn't have like a PhD, like a master's degree and all this shit. Like he just said some like the smartest shit I've ever seen in my life, dog. Like he is great. And your whole theory about just PC in general makes games better, more options. That's not a fact, big dog. that is not a fact, but I digress. I ain't even gonna get into it. I'm gonna stop this because I feel like I'm segueing from what you're trying to do right now. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Stadia, man. Rest in peace, Stadia. Rest in peace. Stadia is out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This really, it's not a good thing or a bad thing for me, honestly. I guess because I never really cared about Stadia to begin with, so it does nothing for me.
Yeah,
like it dying. I mean, I got in an argument. I don't know if you was around at that time, Jess, but I got into it with a dude on Ryan's podcast, on the RGT podcast, because I was telling him this bullshit cloud shit is not the future, bro. I told him that this shit is not gonna work out. And the reason why I have more insight into this shit is because I am a network engineer, bro. Like that's what I do on a 9-to-5 thing, right? And I'm telling him this shit is so unstable, bro. There's no way a person is gonna have a good experience with this shit. The reason why is because most people like using Wi-Fi because it's more convenient, right? It's more convenient. You can go anywhere with it. You can go around the house or whatever. But the problem is the degradation with the Wi-Fi is just fucking awful, dog. It's awful. And I mean, you can get like a mesh system where you can put multiple little, devices around the house to give you, better coverage and shit like that. But it's still just, it's always going to be a weird level of service that you're going to get with the Wi-Fi. And don't get me started on like cell phone towers and shit like that. You got to realize where you're getting that data from. And also, most companies throttle you. They purposely throttle you. once you start using a certain amount of data, they make sure that you don't have that priority data stream anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you try to depend on the cell phone signal, that's where you fuck up in the first place. You know what I mean? So again, all of this stuff about we gonna play on the cloud, and let's say smart TVs, right? Because now they want to implement. Sony did this shit way back when. You know what I'm saying? And the problem with smart TVs is even the most expensive smart TVs usually have really shitty fucking Wi-Fi NIC code. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you're connecting via Wi-Fi, then it's going to be a shitty fucking experience. You'll have a much better experience if you hardwire. But even then, who wants to consume their games by streaming them? That again, it doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Like that's why I never thought that this Stadia shit would take off. Right? I never xCloud don't believe it's going to take off. No. It's an option for people who want to use it. Right? It's an option for people who want to use it. Right, but it's not a good option.
No,
you know what I'm saying.
And like you said before, like it's only applicable to the people that are already there. Like he says, 2 billion gamers. I'm like, those are mobile gamers that are really don't. Then you're not gonna convert them. Like you're not. He makes it look like that there's so much potential out there to convert people to play his games on his service, and that's not what you're doing. When you say there's 2 billion gamers out there. They're gamers because they play games. They already found their niche. They already found what they like. You are trying to convert those gamers to be potential customers for you, but you're not bringing in a new audience. Nonetheless, games like the games you've been releasing have not even made waves to even warrant anybody to turn their head and go, "Wow, what is that game about?" Nobody's doing that with Grounded. Nobody's doing that with Crossfire X. That didn't turn heads. It turned heads away from that stuff, like the Crossfire X. You're not going to convert these gamers to want to play your game streamed. So I don't understand all you're doing is taking the tin dog that say, hey, it works. That's all you've been doing with xCloud. The Colt Eastwood going like, hey, it works with a Cat 5 cable shoved up my ass. That's the only people that you're just taking your Xbox people and just moving them to go play on other devices. That's all you ever did. You just took people from the console and said, go play on a PC, go play on a phone. You diverted your audience. You told them to go somewhere else.
Let me throw another monkey wrench. Let me throw another monkey wrench in it, right? Like, if you're looking for Call of Duty to be that big game that people stream on xCloud, I got another message for you. There's already a Call of Duty mobile game. So if a person wanted to play Call of Duty on the go, they can download it physically. Well, not physically, but digitally. They can download it. And they have no need. Well, I guess you still need the internet connection. But you need the internet connection just so you can play multiplayer, not to stream the entire game.
Yeah. You're right. And that's the other thing. Trying to play multiplayer games over the internet. Like, who's doing that? Who wants that experience? You want to get headshot all the time? Like, that is not going to give you a good competitive experience. It's going to deter you from wanting to play games that way.
Honestly though, Jazz, I'm not going to lie to you. Stadia was really good.
Worked. Yeah.
I know we shitted on it, right? Definitely shitted on it because of the idea of playing games within the cloud that you don't own but you're paying full price for. But it worked. And it worked really well. So I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts on it is, right? Since everybody is still gonna fast forward into this cloud shit, whether we like it or not, they're still gonna fast track themselves into the fucking cloud, right? I would say Sony has the best opportunity in the world at this particular moment because Google has servers everywhere. Everywhere. So instead of making this retarded ass deal with Microsoft and the Azure cloud and shit like that, they might as well go ahead and talk to Google and use that technology that they created. And the great part about it is then Sony doesn't have to buy their own servers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they can just basically do what they're doing now with Amazon servers, just I guess renting them. But that would be the best possible outcome for them. And then they can use the technology to once again, have it where you can, and this is stupid, but some of y'all niggas like this stupid on the go playing shit in the cloud. But then they can get the service on mobile phones and all of this shit. But again, that's just me talking from the business side of Sony. They should definitely take advantage of Stadia closing. I don't know if they will, but I would definitely say that.
And what's crazy about it is that they didn't even just like divert their resourcing or doing anything like that. They shut it down and refunded. Like they are like out like it never was, which is another kind of like, and Thrash was touching on this too. It's a deterrent to other publishers and companies that want to maybe put their game on a cloud. Just watching this thing burn up and fail, it doesn't really warrant somebody going, oh, I like to put my game on a cloud service. Like that's going to be the last thing you're going to think about because it's just not people not jumping on. And that's another reason why Microsoft has pivoted to buy publishers because people don't want to put their game on the cloud. They still want to make their money back. And Microsoft is forcing them to be in the subscription so that they could be on the cloud. That's why they're buying publishers and not developers. Publishers, they could control the distribution. If they just wanted to get a game on Xbox Game Pass, they could make the deal like Sony did and how they used to do. But they're not doing that deal. They want to own the publisher so they could control the distribution and put that game on cloud. And that should tell you right there where the priorities are. Stadia shutting down, Microsoft buying publishers in the last 2 years shows that Microsoft wants to change the industry to benefit them with cloud, more with less. That's exactly what they want to do. Just put some less game. We don't have to make as many games. We're getting that sustained subscription. We could delay games a year. Nobody really cares. Drop them in beta, do whatever we want. We could cruise and just collect money. That's what they want to do. And unfortunately, it makes the gamer right now not get those great experiences. We got to kind of beta test it, do all this stuff too. And get Halo Infinite.
I guess one of the biggest mistakes Microsoft made is when they got ahead of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
When they tried to go to the media in regards to Sony and what they think Sony should be doing and all this shit, that's what woke up Jim. Jim like, hold the fuck on, big dog. Let me talk to you for a second, player. If you're going to go out there and you're going to talk about us and you're going to say this and that, tell them the truth, player.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what really happened. Tell them why motherfuckers ain't getting on board with this bullshit. And that's why they had to get Phil the fuck out of there because Phil just fucking up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Phil fucking up the money, dog. Had Phil not made that mistake, they could have tricked the system.
Yeah.
They could have made it appear like we're trying to be this great company and, we want everybody to play together and all games are going to come to every platform and shit like that. They could have played that game until the deal closed. But Phil started feeling himself and he has possibly fucked this deal up. When you start getting all of these people up in your business, this ain't scrutiny that they would have had to go through previously. This shit is coming about because now they're noticing. Now you've awakened us. Now we have to look into all of your dealings and see what the fuck you've done.
Yeah.
We see you bought Ninja Theory, then you took off Hellblade, right?
Yep.
We see you bought Bethesda, and now none of the new games are coming to the other platforms.
Yep.
So now you're buying Activision, and you've already told this company that they have a 6-year term with Call of Duty. 3 years, that's still within the contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 years afterwards. Whereas then you're no longer putting the game on the platform. So you're already giving them an end of life situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so they fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely.
Oh, and then the other thing is I have the article that I've been having up here where Bethesda acquisition by Microsoft factored into Stadia Studios shutting down. So
that I don't understand. I heard about it, but I don't understand.
And I read the quote, dude. Yeah, I read the quote from him. I read the quote from him. So Phil Harrison, the Mothman. So Phil Harrison, wherever he shows up, something's gonna die.
Wait, didn't he work for Microsoft?
He worked. Yo, wherever Phil Harrison shows up, it dies. He showed up with PlayStation Home. He talked about the giant enemy crab. Phil Harrison left Sony. He worked at Sony. Then he went and worked over at Microsoft. He went to Atari. He killed Atari. Then he went to Microsoft. He was the one. Phil Harrison was the dude that interviewed right after that tent of Xbox One being displayed and told about the check-ins and the trade-in program. Phil Harrison was the interviewer there. That interview, I remember him specifically, was the one that said about the trade-in program, about the Always Online, the check-ins. He basically started that whole Xbox One downhill thing from his interview after that thing. Then he went to Stadia. When he showed up at Stadia, I'm like, Stadia's done. The Mothman is here. Wherever he shows up, death follows. So this dude has a history of just shitting up everything. So what he wrote here, what he said here in the interview, he did a Q&A with Stadia staff, and he says he was being very coy regarding the reasons of the decision, but one specific thing he mentioned was Microsoft's ongoing acquisition of ZeniMax Media. This was back when they did this, which included Bethesda, id Software, Machine Games, and other subsidiaries. How Microsoft's Bethesda acquisition factored into Stadia's game development efforts wasn't explained. All Harrison is reporting to have said is that Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda is going on a, quote, buying spree of other studios was a factor in Stadia's decision. Kotaku doesn't provide any further context. It doesn't even provide a direct quote. So that's Kotaku nonetheless either. So they wrote a whole article based off of hearsay. And, this is games media right now. But I wouldn't be surprised where them purchasing Bethesda did kind of, because remember, Phil has that infamous interview, when he thinks about quality games. He's, where is it?
When I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first
This interview.
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the.
He says Google and Amazon are the real competitors in this space. And then this is where he said, would you ship that? We're talking about xCloud. Basically, Phil said Amazon and Google were the real competitors here. And they were the ones that they didn't want to get into the gaming industry. And that's why they went on to this whole stupid shit. And the thing is that how silly does that quote seem now when Google came and went in 2 years? And Luna is nowhere to be found. He had his wrong eye on the competition, right? Even though Satya was like, let us compete. I'm like, against who, Satya? Everybody's gone. Who are you competing with? Top Shotter with the 5. He goes, the deal is going through because Microsoft is a favored company by the U.S. government. COD.
The U.S. government is, oh my God.
Well, the COD is more than gaming. It's propaganda tool by the military.
Well, let me explain something to you, Top Shotter. The USA ain't the ones that have the say so. They're not the only ones that have a say so in this buddy. Not at all.
And also, I want to leave here with Matt Piscatella. This is kind of what we've been saying too. And hit that like button. Over 250 people. It's been awesome. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Matt Piscatella goes, hear this. Now, hear this one. He's the one that analyzes the NPDs and stuff. His quote says here, the push to subscription. And I think, Sick, I think it's all coming to light. I think all this cloudiness with subscription gaming. Also, I think COVID and stuff and everybody being inside and subscribing and stuff, I think gave a false positive. Remember when they were promoting all the numbers of the growth that, we're 10 million and 15 million because everybody can't go out of their house because of they're locked down, right? It was a false positive.
Matt was fully on board with this too. So
yeah, I know, right? This is interesting, right? Exactly. And it's basically, it was a false positive. It was a false thing given by the global circumstances. This was unprecedented. But they used it as leverage to prove that, remember the HBO Max, they're putting their movies in. That's it. Movie theaters are done. Dude, they went right back to movie theaters. As soon as they opened up those doors, they're trying to get people back in there. If subscription was lucrative, they would have just kept putting all their movies on HBO Max, but they're not. They went back to the movie theater to make their money back. Matt Piscatella says this, the push to subscription and cloud-based gaming services has one fundamental assumption baked in, that there is an untapped customer base out there that has balked at joining the current PC or console gaming ecosystems. But this is a Grindhouse quote here. But what if this assumption proves incorrect? That's what I said from the beginning, dude. I said it from the beginning. The PC gamer, console gamer, and mobile gamer are not the same person. They have different. They have different expectations. There's different just by the input device alone. They're naturally different. You could dab on PC. You could dab on, but there is a preferred place, a preferred type of game that only can be found on one of those platforms. There may be some crossover, but it is not the majority. That is the minority that people play across these three different devices. You could play on an Xbox and a PC and an Xbox and a PlayStation and stuff like that, the console world. But a mobile gamer, a PC gamer, and a console gamer, they're different. They have different they have certain expectations, and you see it. I want widescreen support. I want to control this. I want to do this. What do you mean I can't control the shadows? What do you mean? Well, it's a console game ported over to PC. I'm a PC gamer. I want those controls. That's my expectation as a PC gamer. As a phone gamer, this game better have the hitboxes, the touchscreen. It should be seamless. When I take it out of my pocket and I'm playing on my phone, that should be I should be able to control everything I need to because it's made for my phone. It's made to run on this phone. It's made to run with big hitboxes with my big ass thumbs. I have a console. I should still be able to sit back on a big TV with a controller in hand and use all the buttons, have the surround sound like a movie theater experience. PC, it's up close. I have a keyboard and mouse, a high screen monitor that I'm close to. I'm not sitting back 200 feet to go play on a PC. I'm close. I'm interacting. I have my screens, multiple screens. I have a chat up. There are different expectations. They're different gamers. It's not a one size fits all. And this anticipation that I'm going to make something that everybody's going to come on, those dudes are not like current PC and console gaming. There's a reason why they don't want to jump onto Phil's bandwagon. They're the games they don't want to play, or they're not interested in that stuff. They're cool with their Panda Pops. They're cool with their stuff. But by Phil putting Gears 5 on the phone that's playing Panda Pop, it's not going to make the Panda Pop person go, I never heard of this game. Oh my God, Gears 5, where have you been all my life? That's what Phil wants. That's not happening. And that's the problem. And I think people come to the realization that, this whole 2 billion game they're chasing wrong things. Hold on. Game Pass song, commercial break. I got a call.
Oh, it's second on two. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them like a requiem. Watch you play first and watch you play last. To ground, true and true. Cause they're all on Game Pass. And more.
That's a funny song, man. These games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades. Cause they're all on Game Pass. Yo, that song is funny as fuck, dog. I don't know who made that shit, but you go. That shit sound like one of those 80s, songs that you see like when a motherfucker is in the gym and shit like that. Like, that shit is funny. Those games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades. Yo, you know what's so funny about that? Because 12 minutes is probably all they ever go play of Hades. Oh my God. That is fucking hilarious. That song is hilarious, dog. I could just see Kevin Bacon dancing to that song. These games are coming fast. I forget what the name of that movie was, but that nigga was running around dancing everywhere.
Oh, man. It was Phil Spencer at my door. He's trying to give me a Game Pass for 2 months. I told him to go shove it up his ass. He's like, I heard the Game Pass song as I was walking by your house. I thought you might be interested. You keep that shit. Yeah, Pentament's coming next. That's right, yeah, boy. Pentament's coming next. But, it's just...
Have you heard that? Have you listened to the lyrics of that song?
Yes, I hear it all the time. Yes. I know that Plague Tale Requiem is coming. That's an interesting game. But, Hades is out. That's leaving Game Pass.
Yo, he said 12 minutes in Hades, bro.
12 minutes in
That's
Hades.
all. That's all they go play in Hades is 12 minutes, and then they go.
No, it was the game 12 minutes.
Oh,
remember that game 12 minutes where you're in
said
the room?
12 minutes and Hades.
Oh,
Oh,
12 minutes of Hades. That's about right, though. 12 minutes.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
y'all niggas ain't correct me, dog. Like, what the fuck?
They're ruthless in the chat, man. They'll let you sit there 12 minutes.
I've been sitting here listening to this shit. I'm like, I swore that he was saying 12 minutes in Hades, but he was saying 12 minutes and Hades.
Because 12 minutes is a game. Dude, they were wild. Man. It's like, yeah, I keep making excuses that I got to get to the photos on. I'm like tying Sick to a chair, making them listen to the Game Pass song over and over again. It's like, I gotta go. Coming fast.
12 minutes and Hades.
12 minutes and Hades.
They're all on Game Pass.
Yo, I can't believe you ain't get a sample of what to play first and what to play last.
They're all on Game Pass. Oh no, it's Psychonauts 2. I have so many games to play.
Yo, I swear, have you heard the awful one? It's all there.
It's oh yeah, it's all there. It's oh my god, dude, the cringe.
I was like, yo.
Awful One coming back to do a Game Pass commercial. I'm like, holy shit.
I was tripping. I'm like, damn, that was one of my favorite songs.
I know,
dog.
right? And they
now
just
it have to be tainted with this bullshit, dog. Like, fuck out of here.
I
man.
know, like, oh my god. But don't you notice this year the Game Pass push has really dropped, like really not like that. Like I feel like the Game Pass really has taken a step back this year. Especially with the games they're getting and the PR.
Jazz, I super feel like Game Pass is only there to buy them some time, dog.
Oh yeah.
I know people don't want to hear this, and y'all niggas don't want to listen, dog. They trying to get so many big names under their buckle, so then they can finally sell some games again, bro. That's what this shit is. That's what it is for, dog. Think about this. Think about this, Jazz. They've been buying studios since like 2017.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
2018.
2018.
Was it 20? It
2018.
was 2018. Yeah,
That
it was
E3
after
2018. Yeah.
It was after the Xbox One X came out. So yeah,
Yep.
you right.
It was
So
2018.
listen, since 2018, bro, you telling me Compulsion Games hasn't made a single game?
Nothing.
The smallest studio they got haven't made a single game.
Nope.
You telling me that Undead Labs with State of Decay, that all these years that they've had, they really haven't put shit together?
Nope.
You
No
telling
gameplay.
me that Fable isn't ready to be shown at this point, dog? Are you telling me that what's that, the one that working on Project
Ninja Theory? They did Bleeding
No.
Ass that was there, and now they're doing Project Mara. That is like a tech demo. That's not even a real game. I don't know why they added it to the list.
Okay, they doing Project Mara.
Hellblade
Right?
2.
They came out with Bleeding Edge, which is dead.
Dead.
Literally.
Dead.
Literally.
One person. Phil Spencer was playing it on xCloud. and they said, guys, I know you have trouble finding a game. Did you see that? Oh my god. That tweet.
The people who were making Perfect Dark. I forget what their name is.
The initiative?
The Initiative. Yeah.
Or
Where's
Crystal
the game?
Dynamics.
Where's the game? Where's the game?
I don't know. Crystal Dynamics is making it now.
Obsidian, the best that they could make is Pentiment right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're working on what Avowed or whatever.
Where's that?
But Pentiment? Seriously?
Dude, that was on the list for a year. It's like a Tim Fred's new game. Oh, they got that in development, and it comes out looking like that. Like that's the thing. There's no gameplay. These games are not ready to be shown. And then what's crazy is Microsoft shows up at Gamescom. They show up at the other show, E3 or whatever the hell, Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest. Don't even mention these games, dude. They don't even mention that they exist. Everwild from Rare, Ever who? That was 2019 in London. They announced that game, Everwild. 2019, it was announced. Gone. Contraband, a title screen was shown last year. No mention of it this year at all. Contraband. No mention.
Stalkers pretty much canceled for right now.
I don't know. It's Avalanche Studios game. Remember?
No, but I understand why they, why they're doing it, because the shit going on in Ukraine right now. So
well,
I
not
get that.
No, that's cross. Yeah. Stalker
No, I'm
2.
talking about Stalker.
Yeah, that's like they refunded people's pre-orders of that game. That's done. That's probably not coming out till end of next year, maybe. But that was a national thing. But these other games, like Rare with like again, they don't mention any of these games. And even when Scorn's coming out, like they're not pushing Scorn for Game Pass. Even Grounded coming out, like they did a tweet or so, and that was it. No nothing, man. Like they are so disconnected. And then what's crazy is the stuff going on with Halo and 343. How that game just devolved.
I would give them more grace if they came out swinging in the beginning of the generation.
That's what people said they were gonna do.
But you've had nothing but time.
Mm-hmm. Borrow time.
Nothing but time, and nothing.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna start on all this shit that PlayStation dropped.
I know,
like,
right?
I'm not even gonna
don't waste your breath.
Go there. But here's my thing, though. If you heard the stream yesterday, you know why I'm pissed off at PlayStation.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree. I think that they're playing complacent. I think they're horrible with sharing news, and they're just as a fault as that. See, Xbox showed talked about their stuff. Sony, I heard yesterday, they need a roadmap. They need to show what's coming up.
I have a problem with the way PlayStation just does their things.
Yeah.
Right. If you're gonna make PC a part of your ecosystem, don't pit your console against the fucking PC, dog. And I feel like that's what they do with their releases. And I think that's stupid as fuck.
What do you mean, announce all the PC stuff?
No. The thing is, when they release games on PC, like they tell you all of these great things and don't mention their PlayStation console. I think that's stupid as fuck. If you look at what Microsoft does, and no, I'm not telling them to follow the shit that Microsoft does, but this is one thing that they do that makes sense. They don't make it seem like their console has an inferior version of a game, dog. There's a way you can champion the shit that's going on PC while also stating, hey, and if you don't have a PC, PlayStation 5 is a great place to play as well. You know what I'm saying? That's how they should
push that. Yeah.
Right. That's how they should advertise it, but that's not how they advertise it.
Well, also the stuff that they're putting on PC is like, it is older stuff. Like I wish that they would be more in a line of like putting stuff on PC and having the thing, like how they're doing with God of War, they do with Horizon. Like I think that's another way of addressing that concern with like, here's the old game on PC, but here's your new one that you guys are going to play on PlayStation. Like have that.
Right.
And they kind of got away from that now, just putting stuff on PC. And we're like, where's everything else that's going on? We saw Studio Bend. And then this is another thing. Like, I don't like Studio. Oh, what the hell is that? Studio Bend is like, put their little thing out saying like, hey, we're working on a new IP. Can't wait to show it to you. It's like, what's, thank you for Days Gone, from Siphon Filter series to Resistance to Uncharted. We're very excited to announce today we're expanding the Bend Studio portfolio with a brand new IP. That's nice, but show a picture. I don't see a text. I thought something was delayed. I'm like, Bend Studio got nothing coming out. What do they delay now? Every time you see one of these freaking goddamn screens with a dev on it, you think it's a delay or something like that. Somebody's quitting. But
they came out and they told us shit we already fucking
I know.
Like Ben
didn't
even have to make that announcement, bro. Like why? No. Ask yourself this: why would Ben need to make that announcement when we've already known?
Oh, they didn't make it recently. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. They made it last year in 2021. So.
Oh, was it 2021?
Yeah, I just somebody retweeted it. Mooch.
I've only seen that this year.
Yeah, actually, the tweet was from June 2nd, 2021. I'm wondering if that was around the news time when they were talking about that Sony. Remember the bad Sony? They canceled the Days Gone sequel when that was going around. Maybe that's why they did that.
Because it definitely sounded like they were damage control.
Yeah, something. I think it was around that time when that Jeff Ross guy was on with what's his name, with he was talking about how like Sony turned down Days Gone 2. And I think this was the time where Days Gone was going to PC or something, or it got the update and everybody was talking about it. And then they were like, yeah, well, they turned down Days Gone 2. And, they were running with that. Jeff Ross was on with David Jaffe, I think. And maybe that's why that came out. Because remember, and Naughty Dog just replied to it. That's why it came back. Now they replied to it? Yeah, they did. You have a legacy of incredible games, and we can't wait for your new awesome experience. Oh, that's why it came back. Okay.
Oh, wait, why did it come back?
Because Naughty Dog replied to them in September 28th saying, you have a legacy of incredible games, and we can't wait for your new awesome experience.
Right.
Okay. So that's why. I wonder, maybe they're getting ready. But you know what? One of the things that you mentioned yesterday that I was like, definitely, where Sony doesn't need E3. And I think that this whole like spilling of news, and there's no cadence to the news announcements. And I remember, I think I had the same feeling this year during the Jeff Keighley thing. And I'm like, there should be some sort of every quarter you get a state of play. There should be some sort of cadence. Not they just pop up on a Tuesday and it's like, hey, it's going to be here Thursday. I don't like that way of news delivery. And I know it probably gets the hype and the news on the internet rather than like having expectations. But I'd rather have knowing that there's something coming. Maybe it might not be the stuff that you want. Maybe it's an indie showcase. Maybe it's a peripheral update. But I just feel like I don't like this whole like, are they going to have one? Are they not going to have one? Oh, they're going to have a state of play? Because the next one, they're not going to talk about a roadmap until God of War releases. So we're probably not going to see anything from Sony. And then after that, they're going to talk about VR. So when are they going to show the roadmap of PlayStation 5 games from their first party?
And see, the thing is, bro, like they are really on thin ice with me, Brian. I feel like I'm one of the biggest PlayStation fans.
Yeah, and you spend all the money on that stuff, and you're like, dude, like, let's go, let's go,
dog. I spend thousands of dollars now. Keep in mind, right? Like I have beefy PCs, bro.
Yeah,
I have very beefy.
Well, yeah,
PCs.
you got the 2 for streaming, right? You got one that you just upgraded to be a streaming one, right?
Yeah, I got the one I updated to the 3090 Ti, and that one has the Ryzen 5950X in it. And then I have the streaming PC. I went from having a 1060 in there to a 1080 Ti.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only because of the higher resolutions and things like that. I was noticing that when streaming, certain frames would be dropping for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I also updated the processor in that one to a 2700X because that should be more than enough for anything that I want to throw at it. But then I have the one that I'm on right now that has the Ryzen 6900X XT. And in this one I have a 3700X in it, I believe. And I still have just a little silly computer that I got the 1060 in and Ryzen 1600.
Yeah.
And that one is just for basic shit that motherfucker want to do. It's like a living room computer is what it is at this point. And my kids are building another PC, so it is what it is. But like I said, I have computers that if this is what you're gonna do as a PlayStation fan, I'm gonna choose what's best for me, bro. And if you keep putting your hyper focus on PC, that's exactly where I'm gonna go. Because now this PlayStation Stars program, it's looking like you're now seeing the ramifications of what you're doing, and you're trying to keep people in that PlayStation on the PlayStation, bro. Because you see people are now leaving, and I kept telling motherfuckers that motherfuckers will go. They will go when they see that they can get a better experience elsewhere. Even if they have to wait, it's not going to be a big deal. You know why it's not going to be a big deal? Because they know it's coming, and you're making it very clear that it's coming.
Yeah.
Right? There's no more. Will it come? Will it not come? Dog, and people already got backlogs, so people got shit that they can play until your games hit the PC, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got time to wait for that stuff. But again, if you want to be, I think too.
There's only a few people that's gonna get hit with FOMO. That's like, yo, I just can't fucking wait, dog.
But also too, the thing is that they've been kind of real, like how you said that they're sly and stuff. They don't tell you all the details. Like, look at that on the Nathan Drake collection. That was announced in January, coming to PC, and they're coming out now with it. They didn't really even like. they're really, with the whole PC stuff, they kind of like half-ass, haphazardly all over the place with like releases.
Miles
and stuff.
Morales is coming too, I think.
Miles Morales is coming in October.
It ain't October yet.
Yeah, October it's coming.
I'm still gonna say this month because October's
tomorrow. October's tomorrow, or whatever. Tomorrow or something.
That shit is coming this month. Just believe that today is October 1st.
Yeah, and then and this is the last thing, dude. I had on here was like the whole. Remember this quick resume thing? I thought it was pretty funny. It came up last that Phil Spencer said his team is looking to let players disable quick resume feature.
No shit.
Yes. Head Phil Spencer says his team will look into letting players disable quick resume feature. He says not all games, and this is the thing, not all games support quick resume. Yeah, no shit. Not a lot of companies jumped on this quick resume thing, but some games that do support it sometimes have issues with its implementation. Players regularly claim that games like PUBG, FIFA, Halo Infinite, oh my God, you think? Struggle to reconnect when a game is quick resumed, and that it's often quicker to manually force the game to close, wipe the suspended state, and relaunch it entirely. So Gabe TC says, I don't understand how it's not a feature you can disable. It's amazing for a lot of games that do quick resume, but it absolutely breaks for multiplayer games when you have to manually quit it. If only an option to disable it. Phil Spencer replies, good feature, ask. Makes sense. We'll put it on the list of things to look at. The We Heard You Phil Spencer quote. And actually, you didn't have to wait to September 29th, 2022 to know that this is an issue. If you go back, way back to the grindhouse of me playing the Xbox One X using Quick Resume, I brought that up as a huge problem because the game will instant resume you to Call of Duty, and Call of Duty already logged you out of the server. So you would get an instant resume when you boot up Call of Duty, and it'll just say, you've been kicked out of the server, restart the game. And I'm like, this is a stupid feature.
I told people why this was a stupid feature. If you are subscribed to my channel and you watch my content, I said, this is a really stupid fucking feature. And it doesn't help a single fucking thing.
Nope.
Because that shit that is being stored into memory, being stored into RAM, it's not only going to cause issues with you quick resuming in multiplayer games, it's going to cause performance issues, dog. Yep. It's going to, you're going to have memory, you're going to have memory leak issues that are going to come about because of that. And niggas was like, but I mean, you really saying that that's a quick? That's why I was looking at the PlayStation dudes that was like, yeah, Sony needs something like quick resume. I'm like, stupid bitch, they got activity cards.
They
and
got
that
activity
is
cards,
far,
which I think a lot better.
That is far fucking better because it's loading directly into the fucking game, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm
it's
like,
a specific activity.
And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, dog, how many games are y'all niggas really jumping through, and what games are y'all quick resuming, bro? And everybody would tell me 360 games and fucking Xbox One games, and I'm like, dog, what about Series X games? Games that actually take more memory. Plus, you got to think about the stupid configuration of memory that they got to begin with, dog.
Yep.
And I'm just like, come on, fam. y'all keep talking about these fucking features, but y'all ain't talking about no games.
Exactly. Oh my God, quick resume. That's what I thought was so funny about this whole thing was that quick resume was one of those things like, oh my God, you got to see this quick resume thing. And it's like, this is and then Phil Spencer's like, yeah, we can turn it off. It's like, this sounds like a good idea. It's like, because it's a half-ass implementation. Just like I had another quote here. You want another fun one? Here's another grindhouse classic here. The dude, somebody, VG, who was his name? Whatever, the guy that Frog was talking about earlier. He where is it?
VGC?
No, not VGC. Where is it?
No, I'm talking about the damn website.
Yeah. Now here it is. ACG. That guy. He goes like this. He goes, if there are any, it's September 26th. If there are any plans to Phil Spencer, I'm an ambassador. I make an Xbox show. Anyway, are there any plans to relook at the Xbox DVR and possibly improve it and bring its functionality up to something more current? And what I thought was so funny was the quote back in June 16th, 2021, where Jason Ronald goes, the guy with the Amish beard, the big long beard that hits the ground and stuff like that. The goddamn, what's his name? Captain Lou Albano. He goes like this. He goes, there are game DVR quality improvements in this release too. but we have more work to do. So you said that in June 21. So we got somebody in September of 2022, over a year later, saying, hey, DVR still is shit. What's going on? I guess he still has work to do. This is what I mean. The hands-off, ass-first approach to Xbox. They seem to be like just cruising along at a snail's pace with everything, hoping you'll forget, hoping you will just give up, like Game Pass has, like Games with Gold has done. Hey, did they have a replacement for all you value folk? It's so funny because all you Xbox guys are all the value dudes. Well, they used to give you 4 shit games. Now they're giving you 2 shit games with Gold. What happened to the value? You should be jumping right on that since you know value. You know that's not value. Where are you guys? Hey, you guys, where are you? Value. You're value connoisseurs. You tell me what value is. Well, they went from 4 to 2. Even a stupid ass person can tell you that, hey, that's less value. You're getting 4 shit games, now you're getting 2 shit games.
You know what's crazy about all of this though, Jez? Is that everything that's happening, we've already called this shit, dog.
Dude,
years ago.
Amazing. Yeah.
Years ago.
So it's not important. This is stupid.
What's so weird is the only rebuttal you get is that
you're a hater.
Pony.
Pony, yeah, exactly.
You're a pony.
Oh.
You're a pony.
Here's the share.
You gotta be a pony. You're sucking that Sony cock.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they say. Even though you're not saying anything about fucking PlayStation, you're talking about the Xbox. And I'm like, dog,
damn.
That's why I got pissed off. What's up?
Frog came back right at the cock
All
part.
I heard was Sony. I came in here and all I heard was Sony cock. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
No, but I'm saying, but that's the reason why. That's the reason why it's so crazy. But I got the reverse too. I got the reverse. Yes, like when I was fucking talking about PlayStation, my nigga, everybody was like, "Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, man, Sony's doing a great job." Like, no, they're not, nigga. They're not.
Sick. You know why? Because people want to be stuck on that fanboy console war bullshit instead of looking at reality and what's best for the gaming community. They want to be stuck on that bullshit. I don't understand why they can't just say fuck the bullshit. Give us better. We're the consumer.
Jez, you was there, bro. You was there. Did you hear when I was told that what I was doing was console warring?
Yeah, so you flipped off, man. You went crazy.
Yeah, you flipped the hell out.
I said, you know what? No, because I'm like, no. No. The reason why I'm gonna tell you why I'm so pissed at the PlayStation fans, dog, or the ones who claim that they're PlayStation fans, bro. I'm pissed at you because I'm fighting for you, nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're asking for news of new games. How can somebody go, you're wrong? Don't, because I get pissed off at when Xbox people say, like, I haven't seen, like we just said, those games we haven't seen. And then you bring it up and people are like, you're hating. It's like, no, if you're sitting there going, hey, I want to see a roadmap. I want to see what to play on my PlayStation 5. How can somebody say, oh, no, you can't ask that, man. No, you can be quiet. What are you talking about? You're asking for more games to play. Hell yeah, let's go. Where is it?
But my point is, let me tell you something. The reason why Xbox gets shit and the reason why they still continue to get shit is because they do nothing but damage control for Xbox. I will tell you all fucking day, I love PlayStation. PlayStation is my preference, dog. You call me a pony, it doesn't bother me at all, dog. But what I'm saying is like, how in the hell is PlayStation gonna get better if you're saying that what they're doing is just okay, bro?
Yep.
I was in the same boat, bro. I was like, look, I was saying, dog, Sony don't need no E3, man. They come out and they do their own shows, blah 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 blah. This and the third. But right now
look what you got.
Niggas about to miss an entire year.
Without news. Yeah, they're gonna go God of War.
No. Don't listen. They had those little grind bites.
Yeah.
With State of Play, right? They had the little grind bites. That's cool. But everybody, I'm calling it grind bite because that's your shorter shows.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is they had the little shows, right? But that's not what we're expecting. Why are we playing like we're expecting to see third-party shows, bro? Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at third-party games being at the shows, but nigga, I want to know what their first party is working on, bro.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Show me some fucking cinematic trailers, nigga. Show me what can be expected. That's all I'm asking for, bro. I ain't asking for much. I'm asking to know what your teams are fucking working on, period. You can show the gameplay trailers, another time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be good to see the gameplay trailers right then and there. But I'm saying, let us know what the fuck we got coming in the future. I know what Insomniac is working on. They're working on Spider-Man 2 and fucking Wolverine, bro. I get it. We know that those are coming. Wolverine not until maybe 2024 or 2025, right? And in Spider-Man not until what, 2023 is slated, right? So I get that. And I do know what the third parties are working on. That's not my complaint. My complaint is I don't know what Ben Studio is working on, right? I don't know what Medium Molecule is doing. I don't know what Naughty Dog is doing. And don't tell me fucking Factions, dog. Factions gotta be in the fucking wrap-up
Well, if
stages.
that's Factions, then where is it? Show us it.
Oh, it has to be in a
yo, and I can see why you got pissed because they hyped up that Last of Us Day to show a trailer for the TV show instead of the friggin' Factions.
Look, I was in the same boat.
The trailer was nice, but like, dude, I'm here to Last of Us Day. Where's Factions? Show me that on Last of Us Day, not the trailer to the show.
They showed you some art.
Yeah, oh shit, there we go. Friggin' fan art.
Like they stole that shit.
That's what I gotta say about that. I'm done with
nigga.
concept art, dude. That's where that's going.
Yo, but how could we be happy for that? But we get mad and we get pissed off and we be clowning fucking Xbox.
I know, right? Because if Xbox did that, they're like, oh, it's the 20th anniversary, and they showed Master Chief season 2. Get the hell out of here. I would have been right on the grindhouse.
Let me be clear. I am definitely waiting for that Last of Us show. It looks
it looks good, though.
Really good.
That
like, don't
good.
get me wrong. That nigga still don't look like Joel.
I don't. No, see, I got more problem with the Ellie though. She didn't. I don't know, man. I got to see how she acts on the thing because she has to be tough. Because she looked a little like. I hope.
Ellie, I don't think Ellie wasn't really that tough in
the first. I heard that too. I don't know, but she still got to have that. I don't know.
But she was more of a kid at that time too.
Yeah,
though.
but she was still like
I mean, she still fucked that nigga up who was a cannibal. The dude.
Yeah, she still was like a tough kid.
Yeah, no. She wasn't like a powder puff, but she wasn't that hard in the Ellie we see in part 2.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Oh yeah, definitely. 2, she's like, yeah. Well, that was the whole.
But yeah, I'm just, man, I feel so crazy, dog, because I'm like, bruh. Eventually, dog, I'm finna stop fighting for you PlayStation niggas, dog, and I'm just finna move the fuck on. Y'all niggas get whatever the fuck y'all get, dog. Because I'm already getting that feeling, dog, that whatever they're about to show is not gonna be some shit that's just gonna be on some wow level, right? And I'm just like, dog, I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing a little bit of faith. Though.
Well, I'm showing something that's a little depressing here. This is launch day of the Xbox Series X, and this is what you were playing: Crimson Skies, not widescreen support, no online, and old ass Xbox game. This is what they had for you at Xbox launch. And
that Xbox One, no, that's the OG Xbox game.
Yeah, it's an OG
Xbox
Xbox
I got
game.
that shit on OG Xbox.
No, and you can play that on the thing. You could play that on that's what they had because they had no launch lineups. You get to play Halo 5, Crimson Skies, Forza because this is what you launched with Xbox. Look how good Halo freaking falls. Holy jeez. Well, I wanted to try to get to the part where I jumped into Call of Duty and it like kicked me out. Dude, this stuff, like the sharing, oh my god, getting your 360 info, like all these like Frog complains about all the time, all these loading bars and shit. And look at the dashboard. Did it change much? This is a launch Xbox. This is it. Where the hell was the Call of Duty? Oh, I didn't get into it. But yeah, like, see, when you jump into a multiplayer game, it instant resumes you and kicks you out.
Yeah, it's shit.
That's why Phil wants to disable it. Because it's like, people are like...
Let me tell you something. I don't know about y'all, but... And I might be an outlier here, but when I play a game on my PlayStation 5 and I'm done playing that game, I always close it out.
Me too.
I don't see a need to keep it open and then jump back on my PlayStation, go right into it. I close it out because I may get on there and I may want to play something else. I like to have that option just to be able to get on and play something else. I don't need my shit just sitting in the background waiting for me.
Taking resources
to play. Like, yeah, I don't care about that feature. If it gives me, PlayStation, you have the option to keep it on or turn it off. And I think that's what Xbox, I think at one point, if I'm not mistaken, you used to be able to turn features like that off, but then they went to you always get, once you play, like, say you play Halo Infinite, I don't know what, for whatever reason, because the fucking multiplayer is dead, but let's say you play Halo Infinite, right? When you finish Halo Infinite and you turn your Xbox off, you come right back to Halo Infinite. You have to physically go in there and close the game out each and every time.
Yeah, because you got kicked off the server.
Right. There's
That's
no
what the guy
option
said,
in there to just, turn that thing off and say, okay, once I'm done playing this game, like, it closes the game out. You have to manually go in there and turn it off. If I turn my PlayStation off, 9 times out of 10, if my feature is turned off, the game is, when I go back and turn my PS5 back on, the game I was in is no longer just sitting. I got to restart that game and start the whole whatever process over. I don't mind.
Well, Call of Duty did that too. It would say, like, we kicked you out of the multiplayer server, you got to restart the game. And it's like, I don't want to do this. Like, why is it Activision doing this?
I don't feel that's a necessary option.
And know what else too? The game had to support it.
I think it should be an option. It should be a standard. It should be an option.
Yeah, and Phil's like, we'll turn it off. Because the thing is like, the games weren't, again, another feature that games didn't really support. So what's hilarious is that they called the DualSense a gimmick that only the first-party studios would be using, and meanwhile, everybody's using DualSense.
No, a lot of people
meanwhile, the quick resume, nobody's really using it, and they want to turn it off. Interesting. What's the gimmick now, bitches?
The reason why is because that shit, like you said, it fucks with the resources.
Yeah, and it's a waste of time for online games. It kicks you out, especially all these games require you to sign. Even a single play game. Oh, sign into our account and email at that, and they still sign you into a server.
Let me ask you a question. Do you, and Sid can probably answer this too. I've always kept my console in standby mode ever since the PS4 had standby mode. I've always kept it in standby mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is, I don't think Sid has an Xbox. Ever since I've had from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X now, I keep that in standby mode too. But for some reason, when I turn that thing on, sometimes it just seems like they always have some kind of crazy update. I'm like, yo, I thought they did updates when it was in standby mode because my PlayStation does it. For some reason, the Xbox doesn't do the updates in standby mode.
Maybe it's a setting.
Because I'm like, I thought it's supposed to do the updates, but every time I turn my Xbox on, hey, we got an update for your controller. Hey, we got an update. Which I don't know what the hell.
No, Frog, I have the same issue with the Xbox One.
Yeah,
it was the same thing. Like, even though you left it on standby, it still wouldn't do anything until you started it up.
Right, until you started it up. Then
the PlayStation was much better. Where you turn it on, it's like, oh, we installed the beta for you. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, we installed the update for you. We installed your update for you. Yeah.
Even game updates, I noticed. Even game updates, I noticed that PlayStation is more aggressive with downloading the updates to the games. Maybe it does take time to copy the game over, which that was a thing. But like Xbox wouldn't, like, you would always click on something and it would just not download the updates.
I'm like, what's the point? And I'm like, okay, they got to fix that for that. But I guess if people on that system that primarily play it are complaining about it, there's no reason to fix anything like that. Because I know that'd be a point to me every time I turn my PS5 on, I had to do an update and wait for my PS5 or the controller or whatever to update. Then I'll obviously say something about it. But I turn my PS5 on today, Gran Turismo update. It just tell me, hey, you got an update for Gran Turismo. Just let you know we had already downloaded it.
Yeah,
it already did it.
Yeah, it does it. No, and it installs them.
Hey, Halo Infinite needs an update. I'm like, what the fuck?
And you won't find that out until you click on it.
Yes.
Listen, PS5 is just a superior console.
Well, PS5 is meant to play games. Xbox is still a Windows computer that's trying to do something.
Yes, it is.
And know what else is hilarious too is that the
that's funny shit, but that's so true.
No, it is the truth. It is a friggin' Windows kernel. That's the PlayStation is built just like the UI and stuff. That's why. How the hell has Xbox not updated its UI to?
I don't get
and if you look, everything that they're doing, the UI update, it matches the app that's on the Samsung TV, the layout. It covers the whole background. So why would you add movement backgrounds and with the intent to update the system to just give you bigger boxes that cover up that background? It makes no sense. The other thing is this quick resume thing, it was meant for Game Pass. It was meant for you to be that kind of spastic gamer that you're just like, I'm playing this, I'm playing this, I'm playing this, I'm playing this, because they think that's what people want.
To say no, and I was like, yes, that's what it's meant for.
It's meant for Game Pass.
They want you to jump from game to game to game. They want you to be David Jaffe. Come on now.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
want you to be there. They want you to jump a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this.
They want you
Who
to
plays
play
like that?
They want you to play shit games and say the future is streaming is going to be here now.
Exactly. They want you to
be
do
David
disposable. Disposable games. I played this for a few minutes. Oh, that's shit. All right, next game. You know what it is? A little bit. That's a. And then it saves the state of the shit game. And it goes against totally how people game. People don't game like that. You don't sit in front of your TV going, what am I going to play today? Let me just click on some 10 random games to see if I like something.
But you know something, Jen?
Nobody's doing that.
And Stick, I think there's some things that I think we don't think about sometimes, and we're smart people. And I think some people don't think about this. Xbox, has Microsoft behind it, which is a software company. They don't really do hardware that great. They always go to other people do. It's always been doing hardware for a year, since Walkman, the Discman, and so forth. I think that's why I think they kind of got certain things down, and they got.
Uh-oh. Harking. Frog, you there? Yeah, I was just laughing.
Just lost in the ear.
Frog. Yo, I just wanted to say sick.
My bad.
Oh, wait, I was just say sick is, what the hell that guy say? I think that was hilarious. He said that oh, shit, who is it? Sorry, Frog. Oh, I missed the guy's comment. Seattle Chief, he goes, quick resume is meant for 12 minutes of Hades.
Oh, damn.
That's for sick. You got sick. Because sick kept thinking it said 12 minutes of Hades.
I think people don't think about though. Because I started thinking about that one day. I was like, you know what? I can kind of understand why Microsoft's Xbox, they have some problems with their hardware because they're a hardware company. But you figured software-wise, they'd be on it. But then when you go back and you look at Windows, and man, now we know why that. Yeah.
They told people ahead of the Xbox Series launch that they weren't going to see much ray tracing.
Oh my God. How do you
remember that hot chip shit that they did?
Right.
That conference or whatever?
They
were talking about it there.
How do you release a whole new console generation and your UI is the same thing as your failover Xbox One? You figured you would want people to not even associate themselves with that brand that did so bad the last generation against PlayStation 4. But you come out with a system, you have a confusing name, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and it's the same UI. The controller basically the same. It's like, you guys really didn't do, and that's why I always say that the reality when you look at it is perception. People were going to perceive the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series X as an Xbox One kind of console. And the reason it may fail is because of that. People are like, no, it's so simple. It's not simple.
Let me ask you a question, Frogs, because I don't have an Xbox. I will never buy an Xbox.
Right.
I know you got an Xbox Series X and you also have a PS5. I want your very unbiased, your most unbiased opinion. I don't care if you love the shit out of the Xbox or love the shit out of the PlayStation. Just a completely unbiased comparison.
Right.
What do you think about the two now that you've had, a chance to really observe and see how you feel about the two consoles?
Okay, honestly, my honest opinion, because I buy a lot of exclusives on my Xbox, and I play them and beat them and so forth. I don't Game
Which
Pass.
exclusives are those?
Okay, let's just say so. Last thing I bought was Halo Infinite.
Not an exclusive, but continue.
Which okay, let's just say this: that you can only play on Xbox and the Xbox's ecosystem some way through shape or form through Xbox or. So to a certain extent, so it could be on Let's just say PC and Xbox, not PlayStation.
No, but it's still not exclusive,
right?
Because you can get those games on Steam. Just like I don't consider Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't call Horizon Zero Dawn an exclusive anymore.
No, it's not technically exclusive. But we're just talking about the console space where you can play it in the console. My honest opinion is having a Series X basically kind of semi since launch. I honestly think the console's quiet. I think it's really quiet. We're just talking about some of the pros and cons.
Playing any games?
Quiet. I'm not playing any games because the games,
that's why it's quiet.
No, I'm being honest. The main reason I'm not playing, I'm a Forza guy, so I will buy Forza and stuff like that. But even buying Forza, I kind of feel like all the Forza games are kind of similar to basically in a sense a Call of Duty. I like them. I know what I'm gonna get, and they're just set in different places. So it's not that they're bad. It's just that I kind of know what I'm going to get. I'll honestly say that. I'm being honest with you, Sick. I think the control is a total freaking it's a failure. Like they did nothing to improve. And I honestly feel, and we're just talking about pound for pound, going neck for neck. When I got my Series X and I opened this thing up, which by the way I bought from Kiss Move because he had too many. He had to sell one out, so I bought one of his off.
Wait, what? He had too many.
He had too many. He had to get rid of some of his Series X's because I think at launch he had one. I think he had like 3 or 4 Series X's, and then I want to say he had 3 or 4 Series X's. I want to say like 3 Series S's, and I think he just had to get rid of some. He had too many. So I hit him up and I was like, and he didn't, he didn't freaking overprice me. I just paid for what it was worth. It's a brand new console. I got it brand new. So I got it and I got home. I think the packaging was fucking dope. Like Microsoft packaging was fucking dope.
No,
I'm being serious.
Game
no, look.
over.
And we're just talking about what's cool.
Don't talk about the packaging.
No, it was
he didn't.
This is the truth. I'm being honest. Open the package.
I can put guaranteed on a box. I just sold you a guaranteed piece of shit.
and then I opened the console.
So have a refund.
I'm like, okay, this is an odd looking console, right? Hooked it up, got everything set up, and the first thing I said when I hooked it up was like,
"Put this thing away. This is not worth it."
I said, "This is what I said. I said this is the Xbox One." That's exactly what I said. I said, this is the Xbox One. Because the UI was the same fucking UI. I was like, this is an Xbox One. So I started downloading games that said they can use Series X. And here's the thing. This is why I say, hands down, the PS5 is a superior platform. No fanboy shit aside, right? I went and purchased one of the Call of Duty games. I want to say it was either Cold War or Vanguard. I want to say it's probably Vanguard. And my son said, hey, GameStop has a deal. It's at the end of the year. I got it on PS5. Just buy it physical since you're not going to buy that many. When I went to go get that Call of Duty for the Xbox Series X, I got home, put it in. I was like, this game looks worse than the PS5 version. I was like, but it shouldn't be. It should look basically the same. And I kept saying, this game looks like shit. Lo and behold, the fucking guy at GameStop, he sold me the Xbox One version because on the box it says Series X. No, listen. On the box it says Series X compatible, so he thinks it's a Series X game. So I bring I'm not bullshitting you.
No, he did this.
I bring the game back. I bring the game back, and I'm like, hey man, you show me an Xbox One game. He's like, no, it's the Series
John
X.
Tall guy.
I said no. I said when I put it on my system. And it freaking did the download. That's definitively it's an Xbox One game. So he took it, he looked at it, and the other guy next to him was like, "Oh yeah, that's the Xbox One version." So he's like, "This is what he says to me: most confusing shit ever. If it says Xbox One Series X something, then it's basically Xbox One game. But if it says Xbox and it says Series, then it's actually Series X." I was like, "Why don't they just say fucking Series X and this one Xbox One?" He's like, oh, because all Xbox One games can be played on a. I was like, no fucking shit. Like all PS4 games can basically be played on the PS5. I'm like, but there's still a PS5 casing. So I know that that's the PS5 version. That's the PS4 version. So they sold me an Xbox One So it's very confusing. If you're buying anything physical, don't go to GameStop. Buy that shit brand new.
Is that the John Tall guy?
Look, check this out. And it's still fucking confusing because you can still end up. And if that game doesn't have a Series X version of it, you can end up still buying an Xbox One version. It's really fucking the way they did this whole thing. This is an Xbox One. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is an Xbox One that's just more powerful. These are spare parts, and they were like, "Yo, we got spare parts for the Xbox One X. Let's put that shit in the Xbox Series X." And you know what? We'll put the spare parts in the S and call it a Series S because that's how I kind of feel about this system. Like this is a little bit more powerful Xbox X1. And that's what it is. It's not a bad system.
Activate. Oh no. Activate.
Frog said it was put together with extra parts.
That's what I feel like that, man. Look. Pig doesn't have this console. When I turn this console on, it's the same exact Xbox One boot up. It's the same exact thing.
Oh, I got the sound clip. This is what's that when you boot it up. That's the boot up sound.
Basically, and when you turn that, look, and sick, when you turn your PS5 on for the first time, Being on PS4, you know it's a completely different. If somebody it gave me controller and said, "Turn this on," and I couldn't see what console, I would know this was not a PS4. You can tell immediately. You immediately can tell this is a whole new system. This Xbox Series X, if you turn it on, you still think it's an Xbox One. Especially the fact that if somebody just hands you an Xbox One controller and you turned it on, you would think you were playing an Xbox One until you really got in some of the games that use the power of the Series X. You'd be like, oh, well, this game looks better. But outside of that, you really can't tell this is a new system. Outside of looking at it and, just it's the same issues I had on Xbox One I'm having here. The UI is clunky. It's a
I was
mess.
showing it earlier.
You can't find shit in that store. It's very hard when you every time you go in the store and you got to try to find something. It's cumbersome. It's like you're in a fucking Windows menu. That's why I don't like using it. And I'm like, yo, people who primarily play here, you definitely got to be diehard Windows people. You have to be. You got to love Windows phones. You got to love fucking everything that what Microsoft has done with Windows, because that's what it feels like. And I hate Windows. I can honestly say, playing on my PS5.
Phil don't like it either. He's turning off features. He's all done with this shit.
Playing on my PS5, I get on there and I'm like, yo, this feels like an iPhone. I know some people may say I hate iPhone. It's just the simple fact is it's an easier experience and it's familiar, but it's different. Yeah. PlayStation 5 is familiar, but it's very different.
All right.
Xbox is straight to the point. Xbox. Yeah. Nothing changed.
We got a final question here. I got a final question here, Frogs. Yeah, it is an Xbox. It hasn't changed that much either. That's the other thing. It hasn't changed that much since your launch experience, because I was just showing all the launch stuff, and it's the same exact thing as you're describing.
Yep.
And we got a question here. We're wrapping this up. Hit that like button, everybody. Share it out. Tai Kesaras with the $2.99. I hope that's not a AAA, a double A, a quadruple A. What is your game of the year so far? I will tell you right here, it's simple and very easy. My game of the year so far is Horizon Forbidden West. Done. It shows you the next generation graphics. It was an incredible game. They improved on the first one, and the combat was much better than the first one as well. And the story was, and it was incredible. Every time I play that game, I'm just like, OMG, here we are. At least this is something that definitely shows the DualSense, the quality of the game, and also the graphics, but also what they were able to do with the updates going through that to make that game even better optimized for the PS5 with the better frame rates and fixing the glittery stuff that they had to make that game run really smooth and look that good. That's my game of the year so far. You guys can answer. Frogs, next.
My game of the year so far? Oh, man. I'll be honest with you. Right now, so far, what I've played is definitely going to be Elden Ring. I put a shitload of time into that, and I had so much fun. I couldn't put it down. I mean, it was like nonstop every day. Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring.
Yes.
Do I think it? I think it was overscored 9s and 10s. Hell yeah, but still a good game. No, regardless, it's a really fucking good game. So I definitely would say so far of what I played, I've enjoyed Elden Ring amongst anything I've ever played this year. Maybe, yeah, I would definitely say Elden Ring. Ninja Turtles, the new Ninja Turtles game.
That was a surprise. That was good.
That was a surprise. That was definitely a surprise. So we'll look to see. And like I said, I got Horizon. I just haven't played all the way through it, so I don't want to say yes, game of the year. But I definitely think Elden Ring is it, because I played through it and I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down. Every time I think I saw everything, I find something new. Then I find something. And me and my son, we sat there and played it nonstop until we beat it. And I wanted more after I played it. I was like, yo, I want to do more. I want to do more. But then after, playing it, I kind of had I don't know if y'all feel like this. You play a game you're really into, and after you play, you kind of get in a funk where you're like, damn, I'm trying to get that feeling. And no game was coming out that I felt like that about after that. And I think God of War is going to be that next big thing that I'm going to play, and I'm just going to get sunk into. I'm not going to put it down. I don't really think I'm going to put it down. And there's so many games coming out at the end of this year that I want to play, but God of War is the top tier.
God of War, I want that story, baby. Yeah. I want that.
And I honestly think just from how much I love God of War 2018, I think that this game is going to impact me on a bigger scale. And I think ultimately this probably will be the best game I've played this year so far.
Mhm.
But Elden Ring, I'm a huge Souls fan, and
Gotcha.
I fell in love with that world. It ran like dog shit. I played the no, I'm gonna be honest. That game, the PS5 version ran like dog shit. I played the PS4 version. I kept going back and forth. Then they did the patch, and it was like, okay, it's a lock 60. And I had put so much time into the PS5 version. I was like, fuck it, I'll just deal with this uneven frame pacing. I wanted to go back and just play the PS4 version because it's a lock 60. But that's the biggest negative thing I can say about that game is that frame rate was horrible. That frame rate was horrible.
Well, Sick, what is
So,
your
yeah.
one game of the year so far?
So far,
Yeah.
it would have been Soldiers had it not had so many issues. Because I really love that game. It's a Metroidvania, and it's a really fun game to play. But
Wait,
I
where's that at? Is that on PC?
no, it's on everything.
Oh shit! Because I keep hearing you talk about it, but I don't know
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
love that game. I got it on PlayStation.
Okay, and I love Metroidvania games.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
check it
game
out.
you play as 3 classes. You have the archer, you have the wizard that does the magic, and you have the just a regular like knight that has a sword, and they all play totally different, bro. Totally different.
So it's called Soldiers.
Yeah, Soldiers. SOULDIERS. So Soldiers.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a really dope game. Really dope game. And I think it's like dumb cheap too. I think it's like $20
Oh, it's
or less.
$20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
But outside of that, I loved Horizon Forbidden West, man. Like that game is fucking top tier, dog. Like I really fucking love Horizon Forbidden West. You know, it's crazy because I think if I had to like really choose, man, like if it was a gun to my head right now at this particular moment, I don't know if I could make that choice. And the only reason why is because God of War is coming in November.
That is true.
I know. Well, yeah, I just said he says as of
Honestly,
now.
it's looking great. It's looking great. So I want to prematurely say it's probably going to be God of War if it can indeed dethrone Horizon Forbidden West.
You know, Jez, real quick, and this is going to shock a lot of people. And I think I said this before in the podcast. I think Sick was on here last time I said it, and Sick was like, "What the?" But out of everything that's coming out on Xbox, you know, I'm really excited to play, and I think it's just because I'm a fan of the series. I'm excited to play that fucking High on Life game because I like Rick and Morty. I don't fucking know what I don't want to pay for it full price, but I'm excited to play that game just because I like Rick and Morty so much.
I thought it was a Rick and Morty game at first, but they just using the voices. I was just
I know the voice. I heard the voices. I don't know if it's definitively Rick and Morty, but
no, it's not definitively.
Also, it's not okay.
Definitively, it's just the voices, and the voice is so well known, and he still sounds just like
he sounds just like
Morty.
him. Yeah, but I think that's the only reason I'm excited about that game. It seems like a first person, like it's that funny Conker's Bad Fur Day humor that I'm getting from it. Where I'm like, this game might not be super great, but it seems like something that on a budget I would buy and play. So I think I'm definitely interested in playing it, but I don't really want to spend the $60 on it. I'm going to kind of sit back and wait, and I may eventually just buy it if I have nothing to play, because I kind of do want something to play over there.
Yeah.
So, and I know people always give me shit. They're like, "Hi, I like that game's ass." I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know why I think I like it. I said it appeals to me.
You know what? Here's the thing, like the true thing with me, and when it comes to like buying multiple platforms, there has to be a real reason for me to have it, dog. Not just because it's available. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I've been looking for with Xbox, a real reason to own that console, and I have zero. And I get it. You probably don't own like a gaming PC or something, so maybe that's
No,
why.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only reason I own an Xbox. If I own a gaming PC, I definitely wouldn't own one. I can definitely tell you that.
Yeah.
I think, matter of fact, I think I said to Jez when the Series X came out, I wasn't going to buy it. I said, the only way I'll buy this console, and I think Jez remember that. Jez, you remember when I said the only way I'll buy this console is they do a Halo edition, and they did a fucking Halo edition.
Yeah,
and
and
I
you couldn't
fucking tried to get it, and I couldn't get it. That
But
was
you
I
still got
said. No, I got it. I got a Series X, but I didn't get the Halo edition. I didn't fucking want this thing unless they did a Halo edition, and they did one, and I still fucking couldn't get it. And I see that shit on eBay all the time. I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm not buying
Yeah.
that. I'm a huge Halo fan, but yeah, I'm. Oh my god, can you imagine being a fan of such a series, playing through this shit,
I
and
can't
just
trust
beating it
me.
in? Oh my god,
It's dude, and then they're talking about camp. I don't even want to get into it.
oh,
But
so
we've
much
been
stuff.
hitting the
Oh,
3
God.
hours, guys. I gotta make dinners for the kids soon because they're going wild here. But
I'm
I
figuring
want
out now
yo,
what I'm
this
gonna
is
go get.
awesome show. I'm thank you guys for coming on. Sick. Plug your podcast
Hey.
where you are, man. And you like, where are you? Just I'm like, oh damn, I gotta do my show. I know. I'm like, I feel better now.
Nah, you know, I came to slide through. You
Nah,
know,
thank
man.
you so much for coming on,
I
man.
appreciate you for, you know, giving me that space.
No
But
problem.
honestly, listen, if y'all don't know who I am, then it's all good. Eventually, y'all will come across me by force or by choice. But nah, I'm not gonna advertise though. Like,
No problem, man.
you know,
Hey,
if y'all want to see, you know, figure it out.
go follow him, man. Go follow him. Probably my videos gonna recommend them anyway. You gotta get him over there. Jump on
Pretty
his show
much.
from yesterday. Pretty much. I see it. Yeah, the thread right, the trifecta just bounces around. Frogs, tell them where they can find you. I'm glad you're safe. Both you guys. I know, Sig, you're still in Florida, right? You're still in Florida. Or you moved.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
still
I'm
there.
still
Well, I'm glad you guys are safe there for the hurricane stuff. I just heard just hit Carolina, so hopefully everybody's safe there. But Frog, thanks for pulling through, man. I'm glad they didn't get you. And Xbox is still working on the other side of Hurricane, and you should probably throw it and let float away. But anyway, it'll be a good life for you.
Wait. 1 second before we go.
Sure.
Hey, Jemiah, what we playing today, bro?
Oh, what's up, Jemiah?
What we playing today, bro? Anyway, hit me up on Twitter, nigga.
Yeah. What's up, Jemiah? He's getting ready to order those 50 series and then get ready for the 60 one, right?
Yeah, I can't wait for the 4090 to come out, man. Like real
the 40s, the 50. I think they're up to the dude. This
I
is crazy.
just got the 3090 Ti 40 series.
But the resale on those things is just ridiculous. You pretty much make your money back.
I mean, I'm not reselling it though.
Oh, you're not going to?
No, not at all.
But don't you have to get a whole? No, again. Don't you get new power supply and stuff for the 40 or no?
No, I already got a 1300 watt.
Oh, gotcha. Because I was hearing people gonna do that. No, Brigade, I'm not gonna be on Crossfire. I don't think so. Mooch on that. I'll see, but I'm probably not. I don't know. I'll see if I can make it. But Frogs, I'm glad you came on, man. Thank you. Epic show.
It was a great show, man. Great show. I appreciate it. Definitely love talking to Sick.
Yeah, man,
he's one of those people in the community that when he fucking talks, I listen because he's not gonna spit shit outside of his neck. And most of the time, him or Thrash, and there's a lot of people in the community that like him. Not many. That they fucking just speak the truth, not no fanboy shit. And it feels good to just hear somebody actually fucking fit some knowledge and they're not on some bullshit. That's always a good feeling. Always a good feeling.
Gaming consumer, dude. It's amazing that they're such a rarity. People spend money to play games and speak about how they feel. That is a rarity out here in the social streets here. Twitter, it's ridiculous. But anyway, thanks, Frog. I'm glad you guys both came on. Brian is. I know. Sick wants to hear one more time. He says 12 minutes of Hades. He wants to hear it. We're gonna be playing it out as we leave. Hit that like button. Share it out. Biggest show. Thank you again. Hit that like button. Comment below, and we'll be back with the Gaming Grindhouse. Hit it.
Oh, it's second on two. New games are coming back. 12 minutes in Hades.
It is 12 minutes in Hades. Wait. It does sound like 12 minutes in Hades.
Yo, that's what I thought it said the entire time. I was like, hold on, wait.
Whoa. We're going to hear it again. I heard it too. Wait a second. We're going to hear that on the replay. I'm putting 2 headphones on for this one.
Oh, and second on 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80.
It is 12 minutes and Hades! Sickles right! It is 12!
What you play first and what you play last. 2 rounds, true and true.
It is 12 minutes and Hades! I need subtitles for this. I gotta go back to subtitles. Yeah, thank you.
Hey.
Or either you know what happened? I've said that so much that now
that's it. Inception. Goddamn, Leonardo DiCaprio. Some Inception shit going on right here. It's 12 minutes in Hades. Oh no. Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Game, I got it. Hey, thanks for this, man. Yeah, this is something I will play.
All right, play this. All right, guys. Thanks you again. Hit that like button, share it out. We'll be back, Grinders. Hit that sub button if you're new. I know there's a lot of new people here. You hit that sub button, you join the Grindhouse.